You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brandon Austin Show.
A beautiful day here in Jacksonville. I think a little too hot of a day in Jacksonville. Can we lower this thing? We're going to have record highs over the next couple of days, or at least close to it, on Thanksgiving week. That's why I'm heading up north, man. I'm going up north. I'm getting out of here for a couple of days after today and put a sweater on or a sweatshirt instead. Going to be sweating out here today, but hey, this is like a dream come true for me. Doing a show at a coffee shop.
Oh, yeah, man. You're right at home right now. Absolutely.
We are at Southern Grounds right here. We're going to have it all today.
Okay.
I already had the San Marco train go by. I'll show you a little video I took earlier.
Nice.
I'll get that to Hamby.
Okay.
And going to have coffee today.
Sure.
We got the big red bus here for One Blood, who is out here, oneblood.org. They'll be here until 2 o'clock today. Josh Hines Allen is here right now with his family, and he's doing this event in conjunction with One Blood for his son, obviously in honor of his son Wesley, who's battled leukemia over the last year. And there's a good story to tell there so far with Wesley. But Josh continues to make a difference in the community, and he'll join us here on the show in a couple of moments. The folks from One Blood will also join us, and we'll tell you a little bit about what they do and how you can be involved. And we've got folks signing up, and if you go to oneblood.org, you can sign up. They've got folks right here at a table, and we'll tell you what hey, they give you some stuff, too, to help out.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe stop on by between now and 2 o'clock. Say hi to us here in San Marco and do that. And a lot happening here on Thanksgiving week, which is a fun day to be live out here.
Yeah, well, if I saw it correctly, they have signs where if you get blood or whatever, you get a $25 e-gift card. So that's a pretty solid deal. But, I mean, obviously you just do it just because it's the right thing to do. But if you need a little incentive, there you go.
Yeah, and I think also some Jags tickets for the first 40 folks that come out.
There we go.
And other things like that. So and that could be some big games in December for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
And we'll get Josh Hines Allen on in a little bit. We'll talk a little football, talk about his mission, what he's doing with 414 All, his foundation, and him and his wife done a great job rallying around Wesley, but now the community that really hit home with them. Talk a little ball, and obviously we'll talk more about the Jaguars coming off this win over the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. But, man, tough time to be a quarterback in the National Football League. Interceptions all over the place last night in San Francisco, too, huh?
Oh, yeah, that was wasn't the most entertaining game per se, sloppy on both sides of the ball, but that's kind of what with Brock Purdy. I mean, people have always said Brock Purdy is a product of his environment, he's a product of the system, and he may be true and everything, but at the end of the day, dude is paid like a franchise quarterback, and much like you have the guy here, you got to perform like it. I think with Brock Purdy, like his saving grace was, he went to a Super Bowl, right? So when you get to go to a Super Bowl, whether you've earned that paycheck or not, I feel like it's only right that they give him the contract. I think because 49ers fans had an argument to say, hey, don't pay this guy yet. Let's see more from him. Is it just because he plays with Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle, and at the time he had Debo and Brandon Ayuk. So he plays with a bunch of stars. Last night didn't look like a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of things at work there for Purdy. I think everybody knew that he was a little bit of a product of the system to some degree. He's not a supreme talent like a lot of folks that walk in the league. But you can also be a very effective quarterback. Ask Tom Brady, ask some others, Tony Romo, whatever, that have done a lot of good things in this league. And you don't have to be a top 5 pick, a top 10 pick, a first-round pick. But Kyle Shanahan really gets a lot out of his quarterbacks. So I think a little bit of that. I think a little bit of the injury. So he's been inconsistent, lost probably a lot of practice time. I think we learned that about Trevor Lawrence a couple of years ago. When you lose that practice time, that becomes tricky to get right back in a rhythm. And then I think one more thing, Austin. I just posed this question out there, but I got thinking last night, outside of a couple of guys, specifically Matthew Stafford, who's got like 30 touchdowns and 2 picks, is the quarterback play down in general in the National Football League this year? Or at the very least, inconsistent across the league? I know we talk about the guy in Jacksonville a lot, and it is inconsistent in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But is it inconsistent all over the place? From even some of the stars, the Patrick Mahomeses, Lamar Jackson. I know he's battled injury, but it's not like awesome every time he's out there. Josh Allen hasn't been awesome every time he's out there, reigning MVP. You look at Jalen Hurts, he's only got 1 interception. He's got 17 touchdowns and 1 interception, yet he's under fire quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
Drake May's doing his thing.
And Drake May's been very good.
Yeah.
And again, so I'm not telling you that there hasn't been good quarterback play. I think we'll talk about another guy like Caleb Williams today who's been pretty darn good for Chicago.
Yeah.
But my point is it just inconsistent anyway across the league for the most part, outside of like the season Stafford's having because he's been so good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the quarterback play overall is down just because the household names that you're accustomed to, the Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, obviously injuries, Lamar Jackson's, those Patrick Mahomes, those big names have been down a little bit. So I think when they're down, it kind of brings that whole category down.
Yeah, that whole ceiling. But we've talked about it a lot this year. It's not like guys are throwing for 300 yards a game. 285 a game, 290 a game.
Some are recently.
Some will go 400 plus. I get it.
Yeah.
But consistently across the board, I think the leading yards in the league are like 268 or something a game
per game,
which is pretty low.
Who is
over
that?
The last? I don't. Daniel Jones is not far behind.
Okay.
But now it escapes me. I thought I looked it up a couple of days ago, or maybe last week's show. But a lot of people, I think the passing yardage in general across the league is at like 220, 225 per game, which has got to be way down over the last, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, and we've spoken this a little bit before. I would love to see what the average starting field position is compared to this year, compared to the previous years. Because I feel like with the new rule now, with the kickoff and everything, I think teams have a lot less to travel in terms of either getting a field goal or, trying to go for that touchdown. So I think in terms of that, it also takes the quarterback numbers down a little bit. I'm really curious to see where the average starting field position is of an NFL team is compared to the previous seasons.
Yeah, and you're right. We have talked about that. There's a lot into the recipe of what I just said. You mentioned injuries to the ceiling guys, which creates inconsistencies, and you don't have the best players playing. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, they have not played a lot of football this year.
Yep.
So that obviously brings it down. And then I think you're right. The yardage in general, and I don't always look at the yardage stat. I'm just saying it feels like it's harder to pass in the league this year because maybe defenses have figured it out, or we just think that other part of the recipe is defensive fronts are so much better than the offensive lines across the board. It's really hard to block people, and therefore there's a lot of get stuff out, maybe less explosives. And I'll even give you something else. Guys like Tyreek Hill, who would be a big factor in explosives, not there.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you don't have those. I don't know if anybody else that comes to mind, but Tyreek Hill seems like he raises that category big time.
Yep.
He's not playing. Look at the Jags. They don't have Brian Thomas Jr., an explosive guy down the field. I looked this up yesterday. Trevor's longest pass play of the season is 46 yards. That does not seem very long.
Was that the Chiefs game?
I think it was the throw to Travis. Right?
Yep.
The jump ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you want some more, though. You'd think you'd have a handful of 40-plus plays, 50-plus plays in the passing game at least by now.
No, I mean, I feel like especially in a Liam Cohen offense, where in the past he's had Mike Evans, where that's all I felt like they did was, go deep and everything. It's just they don't have the personnel for that right now. And I don't think they have the confidence in, at least when Brian Thomas Jr. was starting out, where to even, catch those balls. Now, he had some great catches, like the Kansas City Chiefs games, a classic example, where it was kind of a deep ball to help them win the football game and everything. But I think just on a consistent basis, they haven't had that guy. And one would hope now, if Brian Thomas Jr. comes back, that he can kind of provide that a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get Josh Hines-Allen in over here, and I just got to change the camera around. So Josh going to grab that.
How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
And Austin can take over.
I don't know. Okay. So you want him in the middle, Brent?
No, right here.
All right.
Got that there.
Well, come on, man. So I'm sure Brent is like a perfectionist, so we have to make sure the shot is great and everything before we get started. Josh, welcome to the show, man. How we doing today?
Well, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to be here.
Awesome.
Blessed to give back. Blessed to talk to you guys.
Yeah, to tell us what's happening today, man.
I mean, we're just giving back. My wife just had a vision one day. It was like, I want to give back. I want to give blood. I think we should do this. At first, it started as like a players thing. Like, we wanted to get the players to do it because they know, about me and my situation. And then it went from like that to just get the whole Jacksonville. Yeah. And so I kind of let her do her thing to kind of orchestrate all this. And she got in touch with Southern Grounds. And Southern Grounds has been awesome with communicating and wanting to be a part of our journey as well. And they came up with something great, and I love it. And basically, just to give back, not only, we started it for my son, obviously, but this blood is not for him. It's for the other kids and the other people that are going through a lot of things and was going through similar situations that he's going through. And and we know how scarce blood can be. And so we can find an opportunity to give back and to make it an open agenda so people can give blood back. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And Southern Grounds has been super helpful and wanting to get that done. And I'm glad to be here.
This is a great spot. Did you see the train go by this morning?
Yeah.
You heard it at
loud.
the very least.
Super loud. Super loud. Hopefully it doesn't run a lot, especially in y'all segment, but we'll get it done.
Are you a coffee guy?
I like coffee.
Do you?
I like coffee. I don't like, this type of coffee because, like, I feel like I have to add, like, milk and, like, other sweeteners.
Yeah.
I'm really a big, black coffee with a little honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like, that kind of gets me through my addiction of adrenaline or
caffeine a little bit.
that I kind of need.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy Southern Grounds coffee as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I told Austin earlier, I said, this is like a dream come true for me, doing a show at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I got about 6 or 7 of those
I love
a day.
the food here, too, man. The food is awesome here, too.
The 4-1 for All Foundation, what you guys have been able to do so far. You've now obviously been a long time in Jacksonville, already made a difference, but with everything that's gone on with Wesley, now that you're settled in, your family, you're going to be here for a while, you got a new home, all those kind of things. How meaningful is it to have that part of what you do as a professional athlete, your platform, and eventually, I guess, your legacy here in Jacksonville?
I mean, it just, we always wanted to do a foundation. And so, because we feel like that's the way to do it. We love helping out. What's our purpose? What's our drive? We were trying to figure that out. Let's help underprivileged families, and give back. So it started off as that to help the community, and then kind of transitioned to Wesley being sick to like, we saw that side of life, and we saw that community, and we saw like, okay, that's a community that we can help right now.
Yeah.
And so that kind of how we transformed our foundation to this point now. But like again, like connecting, I feel like right now we're doing a lot of things, but it's very small compared to like, we're partnering with other organizations each month to just bring awareness to this thing. And now it's, I want to get to a point where we're the ones that's kind of orchestrating how big we want things to be. So right now it's really just networking and connecting. Southern Grounds has, already offered us a opportunity in the next couple of years to do something bigger with them. And I think that's what it's just about, knowing that we're coming here to spread awareness, not only for our son, but to give back to that community. And guys, and a lot of people are affected by that. And a lot of people want to help. And so now that we're networking and being in touch with all these foundations and, communities and Southern Grounds that want to give back to the community, that love Jacksonville, that loves the people. And so we can partner with people like that because we're very, we love Jacksonville. This is our home now. We're built our family here. And so we want to give back to our community as well. So then we have two people that can just, mix something. It just makes a good relationship. And we want to keep building that throughout the city and expand this to a bigger platform.
Josh, I mean, obviously we got to talk about that Cardinals game. It was a roller coaster, right? And I was impressed by the defense because, I've been out there when the offense isn't having your back. There's a couple turnovers and everything, and it's the sudden change. -4 in the turnover differential. You guys go out there and only surrender 17 points. You said it before, that Houston game, you played pissed off against the Chargers. You go into Arizona, and, like, what is the motivation there? Because that was a game that maybe you're supposed to win and everything, but, like, what was the motivation? How did you guys come out, and how are you able to, once again, take that -4 turnover differential and turn it into a positive?
I think obviously coming into the Chargers game after losing, to Houston the way we did, it was a frustrating feeling, but it was also like we're a good enough team to lock back in and to kind of play with that aggression. And then, my thing was we can't always play angry.
Yeah.
And so my thing was what can we take away from that week of practice to kind of help us prepare? And I think it was just a focus thing, guys coming out here, setting a standard like we talked about. What's our standard? What's the standard? I think our standard is us focusing throughout the week and being mentally prepared to play individually, and then that cultivated everybody to play at a higher level, higher standard, hold everybody to that. We need you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like as a defense, because I can only really speak for my side of the ball when I talk about knowing what we got going on, it's like we were all like bought into this is what we're doing. Our standard is what we come and do on Wednesday, how we take care of our bodies on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, how does that look? Are we coming out there bull crapping, not taking practice serious, or are we coming out there communicating, stopping the play when we don't think everything's right so we can get the right look? And guys are just really taking a big lead on that, and I think that's been our focus moving forward. And I feel like that right there is our standard. And if we can come out each week and play with that type of confidence in practice, to come out there and know that we can beat anybody. So when we do step on the field on Sunday, it's like, man, coach is going to call a game plan for us, and we just got to go out there and play fast, physical, and do what we do, and can't nobody mess with us.
Pressure percentage, by the way, last 3 games, according to Daniel Griffiths, the best it's been all season. So it looks like you guys have really found something. I thought you were, and I'm not saying, I said this yesterday, so it's not just because you're here. I thought you were awesome on Sunday. It just felt like, I think you ended up with 1 sack, but that wasn't the story. I think a lot of people are like, sacks.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, I thought you created a lot of that, and Eric did too. I thought there was a lot of creation with that push. Did it feel like everybody kind of worked together well in that game, about as maybe good as it's been? Everybody, and a lot of different guys mixing in and out of there too, with the newcomers, with Green and Strigo, and what Gardeck's been doing too, and even Lloyd. Lloyd had 5 hits, right?
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's major. I think for me, my job is to, wreck the play, wreck the game. You know what I'm saying? And, obviously you can do that with sacks, but you can also do that with getting that quarterback uncomfortable. If I can make the quarterback uncomfortable, if I can look into the tackle's eyes and know that, like, dang, how the hell am I going to stop this guy? You know what I'm saying? I know that has an effect not only on the person that's going against me, but their whole offense as a whole. And I think me lining up on the other side this week kind of was like, whoa, a punch to them, like, whoa, wasn't expecting this. So now you got pressure immediately in your face. I think that kind of, affects the game a little bit well. So for me, man, just how well can I stay in the zone? How well can I, affect the game? I was pissed. I went back. I'm still looking at, like, areas where I can, eventually, like, get the sack, because I'm getting good pressure. He did a good job on evading me and, stepping in, stepping out, finding holes. So I think when we do that, I think collectively we can get better at that as a whole, and we can rush a little bit more sounder when it comes to that. If I got him pushing the pocket, man, let's just get middle push to make him. He can't step up. That's how Devon got the sack. So if we can kind of hone into all that, I think we can take our game to another level, and I can take my game to another level, and that's what we need to do here on out. We got to play meaningful football game. We're playing meaningful football games now, and we need to up front to dominate each and every week moving forward. So that's our expectations, and that's what I'm able to do.
Teach me some football, though, real quick. I thought that was great that you moved over. We've seen guys from J.J. Watt over the years to others do
Max
that.
Crosby does it.
Max Crosby does it a lot. I like this about Campanile. He tries a lot of different things. He doesn't just stand pat and hope that you guys do whatever you do. But can you do that even with Trayvon back in? Will you do that more, you think?
It was really more of a me thing. Not a me thing, but like just like, hey, I want to go on this side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know matchups. I know I can, I just know from Trayvon, from when I play without Trayvon, I know what the offenses try to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they know where I'm going to be at, then they know, okay, we slow him down enough to where it's like, okay, let's not let him affect the game, then we have a better chance of winning. So for me, understanding what happened against, the Chiefs, and how I feel like they kind of did so much stuff with me and took me out of the game because I was lined up on one side. And so for me, it was just like, Josh, I have to be open, and I have to be able to move around. I have to be able to switch it up, give you different looks. And, I felt comfortable. Again, I worked all week in practice, being on that left side, making sure that I can rush anywhere I want to rush. But I know with Trey and me, it's just like boom, boom, boom. Like, I know when Trey's here, I can't always get the slide. I can't always get the chip. I know I have that sense of relief knowing that, like, they're not all focused on me. But when he's not here, it's like, okay, where do we have to pick up from that? And for me, it was just like understanding that moving forward. It's like if Trey doesn't play, I have to be able to affect the game and be able to move here. But then we also have guys that can also play anywhere. Like, you got BJ who can play on both sides. You got Danny who can play both sides. You got Smooth. You got Dennis who can hey, bro, like, hey, let me get this rep. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, bet, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm also surrounded by guys that understand that process and understand the growth that I'm trying to do. And we just all bought into that, and camps bought into that. And as long as we can keep trending in that direction, man, we'll, again, be a tough team to stop.
That was awesome. I think it was 33 snaps from the left side, which was great.
Josh, I don't envy the era that you play in, especially with all the penalties and everything. Take us through the mental gymnastics when you're getting ready to sack a quarterback. Like, are you, like, consciously thinking, okay, I'm getting ready to hit him. Let me not hit him so hard. Let me roll off to the side. Like, what is the game got, and how hard is it on you guys to try to make plays and do your thing?
Man, at the end of the day, man, we can only play football.
Yeah.
We can't really control how we hit a quarterback. Obviously, you don't want to suplex him, but, like, if we have a chance to hit the quarterback, hit the quarterback. If it's a legal hit, it should be a legal hit. Like, I hit this is against the Raiders. We were playing the Raiders, and I hit Geno, and they called me for I looked at the ref. I said, ref, I know how to play the game. I've been playing the game for a very long time. And, like, I've never disrespected the game. I love the game. And so for me, that was a one step. I took one step and I hit the quarterback. That's a legal hit. Yeah. So for you to sit up here and say, well, I thought you could have called off, or I thought you could have laid off, that's a legal hit. If the quarterback's one step in bounds and he's run to the sideline, that's a legal hit. Devin Lloyd, that was a legal hit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we should also have to understand that, like, players play football. You know what I'm saying? We want to protect we want to protect our money. Yeah. We don't want to, we obviously want to hit hard and be physical, but, like, at the end of the day, we want to play the game the right way, and I feel like we do. And I think, I'm not going to speak too much of the refs, but I think at that moment when I was speaking to him in that game, he kind of realized, like, okay, I feel you. Because, again, I'm not disrespectful. Like, I'm not out here trying to kill cost my team 15 yards. Trey's not trying to cost his team. Devin's not trying to cost his team. Beach is not. We just out here trying to play fast, physical football, our brand of football. And if that's what you want to call because you feel like your feelings got involved into, like, us hitting a quarterback, if it's legal, it should be legal.
Has there been, like, a team pot for BJ Green to help pay for his fine? Because
I don't think he got it, actually.
Oh, he didn't get it?
No, he didn't get fined.
So you didn't have to pay.
Oh, okay, we're all good. We're all good. He appealed it.
Yeah, I got to clear that up, too, because I did tell him I was going to pay for it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, it was a legal hit, and obviously they came back, so obviously I don't got to pay for nothing. But, I would have taken care of my rook, man, because, again, like, that hit right there was a momentum. That was momentum.
Heck yeah.
So even if
maybe 3 points.
You know what I'm saying? Even if he affected that, we was already affecting the game up front, and then you get your quarterback take a big hit like that. Yeah. It's like, so I told BJ at that moment, like, bro, don't be mad, don't be showing frustration, bro. You affected the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee he's going to think about that hit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
he was. All halftime. He was definitely doing that. Listen, I don't want to keep you forever, but I want a couple of quick hitters before I get back to Wesley. What was there like? Was it super loud in meeting rooms from Campanile and Cohen after the Houston game? Like, was it different? Did they get all over? I mean, it felt like you guys were quiet at practice and locked in was the story that week. But it feel like they took it up a notch in terms of, like, this isn't the standard. This isn't acceptable. Is that fair to say? Did it feel different that week, the messaging from those guys in particular?
I think at the end of the day, we're all grown men. And I feel like, we're never going to be where we are unless we have tough conversations with people and understand where everybody's coming from. Because I think everybody in that building wants one thing, and that is to win. But when communication just sounds a little bit different and, it can be taken differently, I think once we come together and we understand what we all want to do and be on the same page, I think that's when we grow as a team. And I feel like we haven't had that type of communication. And I think now we kind of understand where everybody lines and how everything's supposed to go and, like, okay, boom, this is it. This is what you want from us. This is what we want from y'all. And we're good.
Doesn't matter how it sounds at that time.
It doesn't matter how it sounds. As long as we all want the same thing. And I think going from there, we're good.
As professional athletes, it's all about staying in the present. You don't want to look to the future. You don't look to the past. I think you do a great job.
That's our job.
Yeah, right. That's our job. But take us to that Arizona game. Obviously, a lot of emotions, a roller coaster. That overtime period.
Yeah.
You and Calais Campbell's across from you. Yeah. Are you thinking about in that moment, like, what's going through your head? Are you acknowledging just how special that was? Or are you just trying not to mess up the coin toss? What are you thinking in that moment?
It's actually cool. I'm glad you asked me that question because, like, I do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you saw me throughout my career. And a lot of, I do a lot of mindfulness reading, a lot of being in the moment, being in the zone, keeping my focus within and not outwards.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, being in that moment was a chance for me to practice being mindful and being in that moment and not looking too far ahead. Because I feel like once you start looking too far ahead or you start worrying about other people and other things, and you start losing focus on where I need to be right now. And I think so even in that coin toss, it was like, I knew where I was at currently, and I knew I couldn't let that affect me. It was a great moment. I love Calais. And it was kind of cool that we both, leader of your team, leader of my team, what I'm saying? My guys know how I've been playing. So, you come out there, Josh out there, they know how I am out there on the field. So just being that comfort and that poise for my team, to being that guy, to go out there in the coin toss, to win it, to accept it, and our offense gets to get us points to know that, they not scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just had to remain in that space where I've always been that whole game and talk to him afterwards.
Josh, was that something that did you volunteer? Did Coach Cohen go up to you?
I went up there.
You just went up there. Yeah.
I was like, I got it. What were you doing?
Nice.
It was a cool moment to see you guys right there.
I wasn't
for everybody
expecting
else
him to be over there, by the way, because I could care less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could, at that particular moment, I didn't, the first coin toss, man, I shot, he was trying to do all this. I wasn't with all that right now. I told you, bro, I'm here to do one thing, and that's to dominate this football game. I ran off early, boom, boom, boom. All right, let me get up out of here. Let me focus in. Let me get right. We come out there in the coin toss, I told you, bro, I'm not with all the friendly stuff. I love Calais. Calais, but I'm not with all that right now, man.
This is where I feel like I know Josh a little bit, because my wife asked me about that moment. I was like, man, he got out. I was like, he was getting out of there because he doesn't want that moment.
Of course.
Because earlier this year, Patrick Mahomes came up to him in the middle of a timeout and said, hey, best wishes for Wesley and the situation and everything. And even there, he was like, not in this moment. You're locked in, and that's a practice thing.
It's a time and a place for everything. And I think us as competitors, we want to give that respect and we want to show that. But for me, man, I don't play. Yeah. I can't play to the level of, good job or how's your son. I'm not.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. That's not football. For me, I'm at war. I'm trying to talk crap to you, and I kind of want it back, so it can kind of turn me up a little bit more, and that's kind of what I want. I'm not really with all that, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to hit you as hard as I can.
Well, listen, shout out to Calais too, because he was obviously locked in as well. The dude's a pro for a reason, but he actually found the camera too to go wow real quick.
I couldn't believe they were taking
props
the
to him
ball.
for that. Man. I know, that was crazy.
All right. Yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, can't believe it. You didn't see that part, but Calais couldn't believe that you guys took the ball in overtime.
Yeah.
We were just out there defensively for
a long time.
Plays, so me and Coach definitely talked about that for a little bit. So, and me and Coach had shared a moment before we went out there to know, okay, this is what we want. Cool. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go win this.
That's awesome. But, hey, let's let you go. You've been awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. OneBlood, obviously, .org is the place to be. We're at Southern Grounds right here in San Marco. And this is Josh and his family and 414 All Foundation in honor of Wesley, who battled leukemia all year. But he's doing great. Just saw him. He looks awesome. This is Thanksgiving week. I know you're locked in for football, but you can take a moment or two to be grateful and thankful as well for a year that's been really challenging, right?
Yes, sir.
But probably, I would imagine, rewarding as well from a family, personal, and watching your son battle situation.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm totally blessed. And, again, it's my day off, so I can relax. I can kind of unwind on football and just have – my kids aren't in school now because of the holiday. So now it's just – dad mode and make sure that my kids are good and having fun. So that's the space that I'm in currently right now. So I'm very thankful to be here. And even for Wesley, his journey, it's been a long journey, but it's definitely opened my eyes to realize, man, this football stuff, I do this because I love the game and it's my job. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make up who I am. So I shouldn't put more effort into what I need to do when I come in the building to handle, and that's it. And so everything else kind of really doesn't matter, because as soon as I leave there, I know the value that I have at home and the value that my kids and my wife needs from me. and I need to give him that space in that time as well. So I think so. Dealing with Wesley, kind of opened my eyes to realize like it's bigger than football. Like football is not the end goal for me, but it's a good opportunity for me to maximize my abilities. I love playing football. I love being around the guys. I love winning. I love competing. I love all those things that football can bring. But those are all things that's just building character for me. It's not who I am. And so that kind of – and it took me a long time to realize that.
It's hard to realize.
7 years in, and I'm finally now understanding it. Like I always knew, but like now I truly understand it, and I can live with that faith and live with that conviction of like this is not who I am, but I do love it. And I'm going to maximize my ability and maximize what I can do. So, and it kind of made me not focus about the sacks. It took me week 12, week 11 to break the sack record. I only had 3 sacks. I thought I was been supposed to have that. So that expectations kind of was like, forget about that, Josh. Like, affect the game. And if I can affect each and every game that I'm in, it puts us in a better chance to win. And I feel like then the sacks will come. Now, for me, when I watch back, like, okay, what can I do differently to get the sack? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to work with more extensions? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to wheel off inside? Do I need to work on this, work on that? And just get better like that. And so just having Wesley deal with that, man, kind of gives me a little bit more faith in myself and faith in God that, if I can stay focused and stay locked in, and, good things will happen.
Do you feel like he's the little dude that was last year now, or is he's in
matured,
good spirits?
He's matured. He's matured a lot, and we're coming up on that time where
almost a year, yeah.
Where we got the news and we kind of started experiencing that. So I think emotions probably will come up, but as of right now, man, he's doing awesome. He's big brother Wesley, and. That's a good or bad thing if you got siblings or you got kids. What I'm saying? Like, it's he's big brother. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot bigger than them. So, we got to deal with that. But he's doing awesome, man. And he understands this. He thought this was for him. And, like, he's not good with, like, he doesn't like the attention.
He doesn't, yeah.
So it's just like, so for him, he kind of felt shy. And, so for me, I had to kind of be in the moment and explain to him, like, we're doing this in honor of you, but not for you. This is we're giving blood to the other kids that were in similar situations to help them out. So you've helped us to understand that we can give back to a different community and help out. And I think, again, that's where all this starts. And to explain that to him for him to understand that and be like, whew, everybody's not here to see me.
That's
You know what I'm saying? So
that's pretty cool that he's like
cool.
that. Yeah,
it's
they
cool.
love that. Hey, man, well, if we keep you any longer, you're going to be named the co-host on the show. So let's let you go for the day. Enjoy your day off and appreciate all the things you're doing for the Jacksonville community. Give Wesley our best, of course, and go get a win in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Josh
you guys.
Hines Allen, 414-all, oneblood.org. Come on out to San Marco. Give blood if you can this Thanksgiving week up until 2 o'clock today. We'll take a break. Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month, or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day, just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I wanted to play in the NFL.
Backs it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking. We've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjacks.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat. You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $100 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We showed no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown!
Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colt Tilly, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show. Streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show. Taking a look at some Jags-Cardinals game notes. Still reminiscing about that win in overtime in Arizona. Less than 48 hours removed. I think it's still worth going over some of the successes and pitfalls from that game. 134 yards rushing for the Jaguars, obviously their identity on offense, and they held Arizona to just 55. Conversely, on the other side of the football, obviously they were without all their top backs, but Bam Knight and Michael Carter could only combine for 55, plus a couple of Jacoby Brissett runs, scrambles. Obviously, the third down efficiency for the Jaguars, not where you want it to be at 3 and 11. But it was good enough to get it done. I think all three of those conversions, it seems like, are always going to Jacoby Myers. I mean, he seems like it's taken 3 weeks, and hey, it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and doesn't matter what it is. Where's Jacoby Myers? Let's get him the football. And you saw that on a couple of third downs on Sunday. You also saw that on Jacoby Myers' first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. We'll welcome you back to the Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. We'll get right back out to those guys momentarily. But I think, look, if you think about that touchdown, Trevor is pressured right away before he even gets to his backdrop. And he lets it go off of 1 foot in Jacoby Myers' direction before Jacoby Myers even has his head around, is not even expecting the football at that point. And it falls on his lap. It's 6 points. Jacoby Myers' first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar, just like that. I think that says a ton about the relationship that's already been, molded between Trevor and Jacoby, that as soon as Trevor was pressured in the red zone, got to have it. He threw it to one guy and one guy only. Knows Jacoby Myers. He trusts him to make a play. And, obviously it fell in his lap, like I said. It's a perfect pass. But I think that shows you the rapport that is already there between those two guys. Obviously, if we take another look at that graphic, the 4 turnovers is the big difference. And we're going to welcome the guys back in here a second. This is another article from Daniel Griffiths. Turnovers becoming a concern. 4 turnovers, obviously, against the Cardinals. 7 turnovers in their last 3 games. Do you see this as being 4 turnovers is a fluke one-time thing, but they have been turning the ball over more. Can we get on a stretch against some inferior defenses in the next few weeks where the Jaguars play turnover-free football? Let's see what these guys think.
Yeah, it's a good call, Hamby. Thanks for helping us out with a little bit of time. We're just spending a little more time with Josh.
Yeah.
I could have kept him on for a while.
Of course,
I appreciate Josh Hines-Allen coming on. We'll tell you a little bit more about One Blood if you missed any of it. But you can always go back and listen to a conversation that we just had about this event today, but also a lot about football. And in the turnover realm of things, I think there's a couple of ways. Sometimes that's what you are, like the penalties. The penalties, we thought that's what the Jags were.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks hasn't been. They fixed that. No, we'll see if they sneak back up, Hamby. But they fixed that for now, at least on offense. See, I look at the offensive penalties more than the defensive penalties. I think you're going to get some.
Defense is all about reaction. The offense is more about you implementing your will. And sometimes when you get those pre-snap penalties, even holdings, those are bad.
Yeah, I think they can even deal with the holdings. It's more the illegal motions and everything else. And they've cleaned it up the last 2 weeks. There was also a stretch of football where the Jags went, 4 games and turned it over 1 time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if turnovers are a problem, but I also wonder if this new mentality of let it rip a little bit is kind of like, you're going to have to suffer through some of those turnovers. And it can't happen in bunches for the Jags. I think you can turn the football over once or twice in a game, and you can still get away with it and win football games, especially with some of the schedule coming up for the Jags. We know you can't in playoff games or against the Colts. You're going to have to play really clean. That's called your best football. If you're playing your best football, that means you're not turning the football over. You're holding on to it, and you're playing clean up front in terms of your operation and everything else, and you're probably playing good disciplined ball on the defensive side too. That's what the best football looks like, but you have to bring that against the best teams. You can maybe get away with a B-level game against a team this week like in Tennessee and still win.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, listen, and we've gone over this already, but you turn the ball over 4 times, you still win a football game. That's an amazing stat right there. Not every team can say they would do that. So that goes to show you, that's the complementary football, is when your offense kind of falters a little bit, your defense is there to pick you up. And we talked about that, Josh, actually after the break a little bit of just what was kind of going through his head and everything after those turnovers. And I think going forward, I don't expect the 3 or 4 turnover games. Maybe Trevor Lawrence is going to let it rip, but I still think this team's identity is through the run and then setting up the pass. And I think when you establish that identity of that run, number 1, it controls clock. Number 2, obviously, it's a lot safer mode of offense. So I do think that that 4 turnover game was an anomaly, and I wouldn't expect to see that throughout the season.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's who they are. I felt like that was a game, and I do think you're going to have some of those games. I do think that happens in the NFL, where the ball, you just don't hold on to it. This one was a lot on the quarterback, obviously. There are other people that can affect that, too. And I think overall, and I certainly don't want to jinx this, Hamby, but I think overall the Jaguars have secured the football very well as a team. Because you think of the other guys, whether it's the return game or the running game or just catching and running with it, there really has not been, again, knock on wood somewhere, a lot of those kind of mistakes. It's more the interceptions mounted really in 2 football games. I think the Bengals game, he threw 2, and 3 of them this week. That's 5 of his 11 interceptions in 2 games. Hamby, one thing about that, and this is going to be interesting to watch. Jags play the lighter part of their schedule. Trevor's in second part of this offense. He looks more comfortable in the offense. He really does. They found some things. They're moving the football up and down. If he can get the touchdown to interception ratio really good in the last 6 games, we might feel a lot different in late December than we do sitting here on a Monday, Tuesday after he turned it over 4 times.
Yeah, absolutely. You feel like you could get it going. My question real quick, though, is do we know if he wore the wristband in Arizona?
He did.
Okay, he did. All right, because I wanted to make sure that we had 2 straight weeks of that, because obviously his first one was against the Chargers and everything seemed to go swimmingly. I was wondering, because based off of the turnover conversation, I watched the game back last night, and at least one of those interceptions, that ball was getting snapped when there's a 0 on the clock. As you mentioned yesterday, Brent, like he's clapping, like pleading for the snap to come because they had just really gotten set and given the okay to run that play or whichever play it was. So I think there's a chance that was their first game on the road using the wristband again. And I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I still think that things can go smoother from an operation standpoint. And when you're playing defenses, the Jets, as of right now, have no playmakers on defense, really. They got rid of Sauce. They got rid of Quinnen. I'm sure they got some solid guys. But, up and down the roster, they don't have a Buda Baker, right? I don't think L'Jarius Sneed is in there anymore for the Titans. That's my personal opinion. Maybe they would say differently.
Jeffrey Simmons is the guy.
Right, just Jeffrey Simmons on the defensive line. So when you're playing some inferior opponents on defense by the numbers in the next couple weeks, can you have your smoothest operation yet? And can you play better? I still don't even think the Jags have come close offensively to their best game. I really don't. And the great thing about it is I think they've proved to themselves that they don't have to play perfect to win. I think that's a great thing in the NFL. The defense fully believes that it doesn't matter if the offense plays perfect, that they're good enough to win. Earlier on in the season, it was because they're going to force turnovers. They had a belief that they were going to force a couple of turnovers a game from the jump. Now they're starting to affect the quarterback a lot more. 6 sacks, 5 sacks, I believe, against the Chargers. They're starting to really ramp up the pressures. So that's different. The offense doesn't believe they have to play perfect anyway because they believe in the defense. Everybody believes in Cam Little. Everybody believes in the other sides, 2 sides of the football. I think that's a great thing. I just am wondering, how good can you play against an inferior opponent? Or are we going to see more of the same? Because we have blamed, last point, we've blamed some of the things on, the Seahawks have a very good defensive line. Well, the Rams have a very good defensive line. Obviously, the Texans have an incredible defensive line and an incredible defense in general. So how much of it was that, those defenses forcing the Jags into errors, and how much of it was the Jags just making errors because that's the Jags?
I think a lot of people think Trevor made mistakes by forcing it in there. Just punt the ball away. Those 2 third downs. I think people could have lived with even though you hated it because it's in the red zone. The tip ball and even the fumble, I think you can get away with if that's all it ends at in that game.
Sure.
But the 3rd and 6 plays that get picked off were in that side of the field, just punt it away with Logan Cook, and they got to drive the field instead of try to stuff it in.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that, again, they were really good football plays too, but it almost doesn't matter. You can't, in that spot, just don't make that play.
Yeah, and I understand what Hamby's saying where, if you're Trevor, okay, we got your defense that has your back, right? They're going to bail you out, and that's fine. But you can't make that a consistent thing game by game.
Yeah.
Because an NFL locker room, it is a delicate ecosystem. And if your defense starts feeling like, hey, our offense isn't having our back, man, our offense isn't playing complementary football, that's when you run the risk of creating a little rift because it's like, well, I'm doing my job, but hey, why aren't you guys doing your job, right?
Yeah.
it's a very delicate balance, and like I think in this season we've seen a little teeter-tottering where the offense has had to bail out the defense, but like what you want to see is more of an even balance where it's like they're playing complementary football, and we saw that obviously against the Chargers in all three phases, and you hope to see that now against like teams like the Titans, teams like the Jets, where their record kind of speaks for themselves. I know you're probably going to get their best performance, but you should beat those teams.
Yeah, Hammy, I think we did see a great offensive performance against the Chargers. We saw a great defensive we saw them play a heck of a football.
It was all three phases. It was A+ all three phases.
But to Hammy's point, I will come with you on this. Stylistically, you're not going to run for 192 every game and run it 47 times.
Yeah.
So where's the game where you've got some like explosive plays and not everybody's out there, right? Because Brenton Strange wasn't even a part of that. I get what you're saying. In general, let's be honest, the Jags have played pretty clunky on offense for a good chunk of the season outside of that game. But they also have found some things in the last 4 weeks. I used that graphic going into the Arizona game where they had 24 drives. Their last 24 drives, they had scored on 16 of those, which is an amazing mark. They'd only punted 3 times. They had turned it over 3 times. And to be honest with you, I thought if they didn't turn it over, they could have done that a bunch against Arizona. So you really feel, we were just talking to Josh, and they feel it too, like their offense is moving up and down the field. And I'll even go back to the Rams game. Remember the Rams game? They were in Rams territory 8 times and only scored 7 points. So this offense does move up and down the field. It's not stagnant. It's not like it's got an inability to get a first down. But it also is clunky at times and inconsistent and kind of beats itself up more than defense. That's part of offense, too. That's not just a Jags thing, because offense can be hard. You got to get everybody on the same page. You got to execute, and you got to avoid the big fellas trying to kill you. So, I mean, that's just part of it. I think what's fascinating to me, one more about this whole, Trevor stuff, when you look at the statistics, is I think if you take a game like last week where even on the broadcast they'd say, hey, he might have played his best football in the second half because he really looked sharp and it was throwing accurately and everything else. This is in the Chargers game, by the way. He throws for 160 yards in that game. So you're not going to appease the box score watchers at all because it's 1 touchdown, 1 interception, whatever, a running touchdown, and 160 yards. I think it's kind of fascinating this week where he doesn't play well. He actually has 285 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns. That's a better box score game in a lot of ways until you see the turnovers, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you would say is if he doesn't turn it over like that, they don't need to throw it as much. He probably doesn't have 280-something yards. He probably has more like 220 of total yards. Might end up with 2 touchdowns instead because he doesn't have to throw the late one to Parker Washington.
Yep.
So yeah, I just don't think he's going to satisfy all. This offense isn't going to satisfy everything because it's a run offense.
Yeah.
And so the quarterback is not going to have 300 yards and 3 touchdowns week in, week out. And that shouldn't be the expectation. The expectation should be run more than you pass, run effectively, and then don't turn the football over and make big plays in the passing game when you need to, when your number's called to do so. And that's what we need to see on a consistent basis. We've seen it for halves, maybe even a football game, and we just haven't seen it on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch the game, form your opinions about Trevor. You can go in the box score if you want. If you're more of the national media, form your opinions on Trevor. But, really the only stat that matters to me is the wins and losses. And if he keeps on winning, and he's a winning quarterback, the rest will take care of itself. And that's the way that it should be. If you start going on losing streaks and you lose the teams that you're supposed to beat, then yeah, I'm all for having the conversation and having the criticism. But right now, your team is 7-4. You're well in the playoff hunt, and guess what? A lot of it has to do with your quarterback. So I think you know what you're getting with them, and as long as those wins keep adding up, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's do this. We got to catch up on a little break. We appreciate it. If you missed, Josh Hines-Allen joined us for probably a good 20 minutes or so on the show just a bit earlier. We're hanging out here right next to the Big Red Bus. You can come donate blood, $25 e-gift card. I'm going to get some more of the things that they're giving away. I know it was Jags tickets for the first 40 folks, and might even have someone from One Blood join the show a little bit and explain a bit more. But you can be a part of it. Go to oneblood.org. We're here at Southern Grounds and Company right on in San Marco. You just heard the train.
Yeah,
so you know exactly where we are, most likely. Come on down, and Josh and his family, with their nonprofit foundation, 4-1 for All, are hosting this benefit for other people in honor of their son, Wesley, who obviously, well chronicled now, has battled leukemia over the last year. So fantastic week to do it with Thanksgiving week, and the Jags giving back, and Josh really entrenched in this community. So come on out and support if you can until 2 o'clock today, oneblood.org with more information, or just stop on by here at Southern Ground, say hello to us, grab a coffee, and enjoy a Tuesday here in Jacksonville with the Jags 7-4. Austin brought up a playoff question. Can't wait to get to that. Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, should we ignore what they're doing up there? Remember, he was a prime candidate here in Jacksonville, and the Bears are doing very well at 8-3. Just some of the conversation that we still have ahead on the Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models, or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team, like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay and Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville, off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Hey, Andrew Wingard making the play at the end, along with Christian Braswell, by the way, who I think was in good coverage, and you're just hoping that, please, no PI at the end of a game, and they didn't get or call it. Brett Martineau, Austin Lane, back here at Southern Grounds and Company, and a beautiful day here in Jacksonville, maybe a little bit on the hot side, but that's okay. And we are here with the Big Red Buses with oneblood.org, so it's a great turnout so far. Josh Hines-Allen and his family are here. And we just had Josh on the show. If you missed it, you can always go back, listen on the podcast. That'll be up at 1:30. Also, you can just go back on social media. We'll replay the show like we always do, too, on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network, usually at night from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. if you're up late on actionsportsjax.com or on your smart TV or also on the Action News Jax app. Just part of our lineup. We have Club 904 today at 1 o'clock with me, O'Brien, coming up right after this. No Talon talk today because of the holiday, so we'll continue that next week with the UNF Ospreys. And closer and closer to the Thanksgiving holiday, you guys will be doing a show tomorrow. Casey will join as well back in studio. I'm hitting the road tomorrow morning back home for a couple of days, and then I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee. And then we're off on Thursday, Friday as well. But a lot of coverage with Action Sports Jax platforms as the Jags rock and roll towards 7-4 and hopefully an 8th win against the Tennessee Titans. Just a quick thought on the Titans. It's a weird one this week, right? Because, look, they're not good. Like, there's no other way. You can try to frame it. They're not good. They're 1-10.
Correct.
Is Cam Ward, is he capable of making a play or two? Yeah. Are they capable? Yeah. The only reason they won a game was over Arizona, and it was as fluky could get. Like, it's a once in a – well, the Jags just beat Arizona in a fluky way, too.
A little bit.
You might say. But, I mean, it was really a wild way that they won that football game. Or we could be looking at a winless team, and at times they just haven't been very competitive.
Yep.
So, I don't know. All the things you just asked Josh about, the edge, right, being pissed off, like how you got to really try to bring that and elevate that to dominate a team that you should.
Yeah, but at the same time, and listen, I understand living in the moment, but Tennessee's had your number when you go to Tennessee many times, and some of these players in that locker room were part of some of those games. So I really don't think you need a lot of motivation for this game simply because it is a divisional rival, probably your biggest rival, even bigger than the Houston Texans, and they've had your number when you play at their place, right? So I think they will get up for this game, and I actually made it one of my locks. I've had 2 locks this year, and the Titans were one of them on the Happy Hour show, and I just think that I can't see how the Tennessee Titans can beat this Jaguars team.
Yeah,
I mean, and I don't see the Jaguars turning the ball over 4 times again, like it did against Arizona. So, like, if they play a cleaner game than what they showed, the previous week, I don't see how Tennessee's going to beat them.
Yeah, just feel if you're in the right mind place and you go get it. I think that's like the next growth of this team, this organization, is like, okay, you have been resilient. You know how to win one-score games. You're doing some things that normally you don't. It's got it doesn't have as much 2022 in it. 2022 was like, holy cow, man, they're coming back from double digits down every game. Yeah. It was like this miracle run. That was like ride the wave almost toward the end of the year. This one's more, all right, you get punched here, you come back. And we've seen it multiple times where we thought this team was going to fall off the tracks a bit.
Yeah.
And they have it. So I feel like that's growth in an organization, and credit to Baselli, Gladstone, specifically Liam Cohen and the coaching staff for bringing that and finding that edge that they talk about, but also that resiliency. There's a different level with games like this. This is where I see teams like the Steelers, the old Patriots, the Rams right now, the Ravens. Like these teams, you go into a game like this and you take care of business, like because you're the better football team. This game's more important for you. You're better, and now you take care of business. And I wonder at times in an organization's growth, do you know what that looks like? Do you know what that feels like? Can they find that in practice tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and a holiday weekend, and then go bring it to Nashville, and will that travel? Like that's not almost like a thing that's right in front of you. That's almost like a feel and a mentality in my mind more than anything physical.
No, without a doubt, and it's got to be that feel, because if Derrick Henry was still in Tennessee, then I would be still a little nervous just because of, like, even through the past years when the Jaguars had the better roster and they had Derrick Henry, they still had their identity, right? And sometimes more important than, how many Pro Bowlers you have, more important than how many household names or this team's Madden ratings better, more important of that is your identity. And the Titans won football games against the Jaguars based off of that alone. Derrick Henry's gone now. As soon as he left, they lost their identity. And now I think they're trying to find themselves, and obviously it's going to be, with the arm of Cam Ward eventually, but, he's kind of having an off year. He's having a rough first season because he doesn't have a lot of guys around him to help elevate him. So I have a hard time seeing how the Tennessee Titans can keep up here with the Jaguars. Now, it'll probably be closer than expected because, hey, this is how these games go. But I just see the Jaguars winning this one.
Yeah, it feels that way. All right, you brought up a playoff scenario. We're all into that right now. Houston, Indianapolis, who do you think should win? How the Jags going to play the last 6 games? We know this, right? Take care of business. I think it's unrealistic to think the Jags are just going to roll off 6 wins in a row. Gosh, if they did that, that would be something. But I don't feel like that. But win more than you lose, and you're in a really good spot sitting here at 7-4. That feels a little bit more realistic. What is your question about the way this playoff is going to play out over the next 6 weeks?
Yeah, so this is something that I brought up on Happy Hour, and it got shot down by everybody involved.
Really? I won't do that.
And then, no, it's all fine, man. It's all good. I can handle it. And then it got shot down a little bit, too, on Twitter with people speaking out. And I'll be honest, man, I'm not going to go back and forth with people on Twitter. So I said one thing, and that was it. But because this could happen to a couple teams this year, possibly. I think if you win your division – but you have a losing record, you don't get to host a playoff game. I think you winning your division is a reward in itself, and in that reward, you get to go to the playoffs. But you don't get to host a playoff game. Now, the way that it usually shakes down is obviously the top 3 divisions, top 3 seeds, they'll always have winning records. This is kind of the way the NFL works. But then that 4th seed, kind of like the final seed of the division, if the wild card team has the better record than you do, then you have to go on the road. That's my proposal. Because I'm not going to reward a team that has lost more games than won games, and they get the reward of a home game then. I don't care if they win their division or not. The reward should be winning your division is that you have a guaranteed spot in the playoffs.
All right.
It's funny you bring this up. I'll get to my thought on what I was thinking last night. That has nothing to do with the playoff scenario, but just rule changes in the NFL in general. In a moment, but let's get Hamby's thoughts, and I'll jump in here. I don't hate your idea. I think it's a reasonable idea. I feel like it's a little bit like in high school sports we cover right now. We've got week 3 of the high school football playoffs. A lot of people want to put a big emphasis on district championships. Well, if you get a district championship, you should get a home game automatically. And it's like, I feel that. Like, I can see the argument in that, but if you're like if you beat 2 other teams in a district and it was a weak district, like what did you earn, right? And that's kind of what you're saying here with like a division. Yep. If you're playing in the NFC South right now and you end up 8-9 or even 9-8. But 8-9, as you're saying, 9-8, you'd get the home game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying 8-9, maybe 7-10.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be hard to do. But
well, I mean, it's been done before. Like
I think, what was it, 7-9? I think the Seattle got in one year. In the West. I think that's the lowest one.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it happens very often, even here. So your scenario would not come up very often.
No,
especially with 17 games now. And then we're not talking 500. We're talking under 500. So, right?
Yeah,
you
correct.
can't be 500 unless you're 8. Now, I don't know what you do at 8-1. If that were the case, that would bring up a scenario.
I mean, if that's the case, then I would err on giving that team the because once again, they don't have a losing record. I'm saying a losing record.
Yeah, I can come with you there because I really think it's abnormal. I think you're going to get this maybe once every 10 to 15 years.
Well, we might get it this year.
And, you could get it. And so I would say, why not? I'll come with you on that. If you want me to sign the petition, I'll do it. Hamby, what do you think?
You guys are kind of talking to me.
Wrestle with this traditionalist.
Yeah, you guys are talking to me into it somewhat. I mean, look, if Tampa Bay or Carolina were to happen to go 8-9 this year and win the NFC South, meanwhile the Seahawks are 12-5 and a wild card, 4 games better, I wouldn't hate the fact that, the Seahawks should get a home game or a bye or whatever and not the Bucs or the Panthers. I'm trying to play out in my head, would that make the division worth less? But I don't think it would because, like you said, you're 8-9. That's your only way into the playoffs. Your reward is just getting into the dance, whereas you'd be not even just 1 or 2 games back of the wild card. You'd probably be 2 or 3 potentially games back where you have no shot in the game, especially if your final game of the regular season is against an in-division opponent. I don't think that would take away from anything. So I think I might be signing too. As soon as he proposed.
Oh, wow.
I was like, all right, where are we going with this? But I like that it has to be a losing record. Like if you go 9-8 and a wild card team goes at 11-5, I like that it's one step further. It's not just the 4 best records because I don't like that. Yeah. It's not just correct. 4 best records, but if you're 8-9 and win your division and there's a 12-4 team or 12-5 team, I agree. They should, give them the home game.
Yeah, because I just don't understand how you can justify a team that has lost more games than they won. And the NFL is going to go, hey, you guys lose a lot. Enjoy your home playoff game. Because, and keep in mind, like, the playoffs, like, at home, it's a huge advantage.
Oh, it's a huge advantage. It's not as much of an advantage as it used to be, but it's still a huge advantage. And, heck, it's a money game as well. I mean, it's still for the home team. So, hey, I think the Jags were a little bit of a beneficiary of this in 2022. And, Hamby, maybe you could check the standings. But I think, I don't remember who it was. It might have been Cincinnati or Baltimore, or maybe it's it might have been the Chargers. I don't know. But the Jags go 9-8, and I feel like there was an 11 or 12-win team that season. Well, I guess that would have been, what were the Chargers? They probably weren't 12 wins. Maybe they were just a game better than them. Maybe they were just 10-7. Yeah. And then that doesn't seem to be a big deal. But listen, I like what you're saying. I think this has logical sense to it.
The Chargers were 10-7.
They were 10-7. So that's
the Ravens were 10-7.
That's not really that big a deal.
As well.
Yeah. So, listen, I think, again, the anomaly of this happening doesn't make it an every-year thing anyway. And then I think the debate on when it does happen would be fascinating to kind of have because it's a once in a however many years. This year, you could have it in 2 divisions. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking you were talking about the NFC South in particular in your mind because of Carolina and also Tampa. But Carolina, by the way, if you look at their schedule, I don't have good faith that they're going to win the division. I think Tampa's really going to win that division. But, hey, who knows, especially if Baker Mayfield can't stay healthy. The other one is the AFC North.
Yeah.
I mean, the North is not a lock. Yep. Depending on what happens with Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers and some of the schedule they have, and the climbing back into it potentially for even the Bengals team, that you could end up with an 8-win division champ. Unlikely. They're both 6-5 right now, I think it is.
Yep.
But unlikely. but it could happen. So, yeah, man, I'm a little surprised that everybody was so against that.
And also,
or didn't even want it as a topic of conversation. I think it feels like a reasonable one.
They said it felt like college football. What was their argument?
It's just the opposite.
Hey, man. Hey.
No college football, like you don't get a bowl game.
Preaching the choir,
if
man.
you're under 500, right? Or maybe you sneak in now.
I tried, Brent. I tried. I was swinging for my life.
Because it's strictly based off of record. That's not college football.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's the under 500 part of it. To me, that sticks out with college. You used to not be able to get a bowl game. I think if you get to 6 and wins.
Yeah.
I think now you can, in case they have to fill a bowl game out or whatever the hell it is now, but because they have so many of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't feel college football to me at all.
Didn't either. But yeah,
I've got one more thing to piggyback on this.
Please.
And totally different, which is interesting. You brought up like an NFL rule.
Yeah.
Because guys, like, there was a time when that extra point was a big deal, and it was like, wow, I can't believe they're moving the extra point back, and now we're like, it's just normal.
Yeah,
the extra point's normal.
Yeah.
I watched the San Fran game last night. There was a penalty on the play because they roughed the snapper, and they moved the ball to the 1 yard line, and they do the 2-point conversion. There was a time where the 2-point conversion wasn't in the NFL, and now it's practiced like, hey, if you get that penalty, move it up, go for 2.
Yeah.
So I guess my point here is we adapt to the rules better than we think we're going to adapt to the rules. They feel so like outlandish at the time. I wasn't necessarily a major proponent against the extra point. I understood where the league was coming from. It was a nothing play. Everybody made them. 99.5% of the time, it was a nothing play. It was just you might as well just give them 7 points like we used to do in the backyard playing two-hand touch. But I was also like, wait a minute, you're the NFL. You don't need to be the Arena League or do something goofy and crazy and gimmicky. You don't need to do it. You already got a great product. Why are you even changing it? Well, guess what, Brent? It doesn't matter. They did it. They still have a great product. And I don't know if they benefited from it, but they certainly haven't been hurt by it. So the league would do whatever they want. And in 2 or 3 years, I think for the most part, we're going to adapt to the rules as well and be fine with them. We don't love the rule of a Josh Hines Allen who
but we aren't fine with that, though.
We're not fine with that. I know. There are some but we haven't been fine with that for a while.
We haven't been fine with, I feel like, what's a catch or what's not a catch sometimes.
But I think that's one that they pulled back on. They weren't as stringent on that anymore. They actually did go a little more logical on because they tried to mess with it so much, and then they were like, eh. And same with the pass interference, right, guys? Didn't they try to mess with that? And now they've kind of gone hands off on that one, too. But my point is when you have an actual systemic rule change like that you would have in the division thing in the playoffs, or they did in the extra point, the 2-point conversion. I really feel as like a public and a fan of the sport, you adapt pretty quick to it, and it becomes, boom, normal. Like you don't even think twice about it. Yep. And I think the same thing would happen in this situation, that if we saw it happen 2 or 3 times, we'd be like, oh, yeah, that's just the way it goes. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I understand it. So, yeah, let's start getting those new proposals in, Brent. I'm going to propose that if you get a losing record in the playoffs, you don't host a home game if you won the division. And also, I think refs should have to answer to press conferences after games to justify some of their calls.
I don't understand that one. I really don't. No, I don't get. Like, I get accountability.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
But I don't fully understand like why everybody wants to hear the refs say they got it wrong.
Because I think it keeps them honest then. I think in terms of when we interview players and we question players of a play here or play there, take us through that. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Like, that's part of the player's contract. Like, that's what they signed up for. I think if we're going to hold players to that standard, we should hold the people that govern the rules and govern the game to an even higher standard. So if we're going to have press conferences where we ask the hard questions to players of why'd you do this, why'd you do that, why can't we do it with refs as well?
Hamby, what do you think about that one?
I'm Austin Lane, and I'm running for commissioner.
NFL commissioner.
I want your vote.
People will say, well, full-time, part-time. I don't think that matters if they talk in front of a microphone after a game. They do have pool reporters sometimes for a controversial play. There will be an official
statement
that will have a statement, ask a couple of questions, but it's very secured. It's not. Here's the other thing about it. Like, I don't know, who are you designating to go? Like, is Brent going to the locker room? Is he going to interview Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence, or is he going to interview the ref?
No, I want it right out. No, I don't want the podium. I don't want the podium. I want it right off the field, just like when we interview the winning quarterback or the winning. I need Molly McGrath, Holly Rowe, you name it, right in the head, right, mic in the face as they're leaving the field if there's a controversial call. If we're going to do this, Austin, it's got to be instantaneous. Don't give them a chance for their PR teams to gather for 10 minutes before they get to the podium. This is as they're exiting the field.
No, hey, I'm for it. Like, people want to talk about NFL players getting coddled all the time. Why are they coddling refs so much? Where they can't answer for their mistakes?
Yeah, I guess I don't have enough. Here's the thing. I do think there's a little bit of protection from the league. And the league, I think I've heard Goodell talk about this, is that I believe he says like the officiating is actually better than it's ever been.
This year? In this climate?
Well, he didn't talk this year yet. He usually talks at the end of the year. Like
okay.
At the Super Bowl.
Okay. Because I'm going to need this economy? Have you watched football lately?
But I think he says it's better than it's ever been, like maybe last year at the Super Bowl. Maybe it's 2 years ago, guys. I don't really remember exactly where, but I feel like that's what he said. But we're so locked in and we're so microscopically involved with the sport of football and so much rides on it, from your emotions, just check in with Heart Attack fans of the Jaguars this Sunday, to bettors, to fantasy football, that it's so talked about when egregious plays happen or even little plays happen. So, Hamby, it's a little bit like, are the umps bad in Major League Baseball? Well, I don't think so. I think
Sometimes.
Actually they're really good, like 95% of the time. But we only notice the bad. It's a little bit like an offensive line. We only notice the bad. So I don't know if it's as much of a problem, an epidemic, as everybody believes that it is. Okay. I think it's a little more perception than reality. Look at me defending the refs. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what that would do. I don't understand. What do you do then? If the guy's wrong, do you fire him? You don't have enough of them.
No, you hold them accountable. Like, for instance, let's go to the Bengals game. Wasn't just that one play, but the Bengals won that game a lot because of that penalty to Travis Hunter.
Yeah. And they later would apologize to the Jags.
Sure. But in that moment, to echo what Hamby was saying, if you interview them right after and say, hey, what were you doing? If that ref can go, I'm going to be honest, that was not the right call. I made a mistake. Yeah, like, does it do anything for the win-loss? Absolutely not. But it admits that he made the mistake. And you know what? Humans make mistakes, right? So I think if you add more of a human element to it, where it's like, okay, this guy messed up and that's okay, I think people would sympathize with him a lot more than saying every single week, oh, Chiefs have another one rigged. Oh, the NFL's all scripted. Like, if you want to defeat that narrative, then put the refs in front of a microphone and let them be human beings.
Yeah,
and then let them answer to calls that are.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've argued I don't know if they. I think deep down, and I have no idea, this is just my theory, that I don't think the NFL really minds the debate and controversy and drama that it creates, because it creates conversation on a Sunday afternoon and sometimes into Monday. I don't think they like it to be egregiously bad and lose the integrity, which sometimes you get, but not a lot of times you get. But I do think they like people talking about the sport, and some of that is the back and forth of judgmental calls that people either agree with or don't. And I don't think they would ever say that on camera or admit, but it doesn't hurt their business, in my opinion, to have people talking about it. It's kind of like any press is good press situation.
See, but now you're saying it's more entertainment than it is the true meaning of sport. Because to me, the true meaning of sport should be fair play.
Yeah.
And
fine line there.
If you're starting to sacrifice that for people talking on Twitter or for, polarization, then I think you're leading your company, your brand, your sport into a wrong era. And I want to know how much Brett Martineau is getting paid under the table from the NFL to say these types of things.
No, I believe it. I also think what you just said is really a strong point, and I think that's a deep conversation. It is sport, should be fair play, and absolutely. But it also is entertainment, and that line has never been closer. Never been closer. Even acknowledged by this regime here in Jacksonville as an entertainment business. but obviously integrity and fair play and competition and all those things. That line in our world, which has created a world full of sports culture, at least in the United States, but I think even beyond, is partly because it used to feel like entertainment and sport, and it's been now pulled together.
10 years from now, it's just straight-up entertainment. It's going to be a thing. Should the Jaguars go for it on 4th and 1? Text 22441 right now to decide. And Liam Cohen's on the headset. Okay, so America voted. You guys got to go for it on 4th and 5 here, Liam. Okay?
Yeah.
That's entertainment, baby.
Listen, I know you're kidding.
Obviously.
I think,
but hey, we'll see, man.
And I know this isn't the same, but I think the idea that professional wrestling is as big as it is something. I know that's not sport because it's more script, but that line is so close where you can blur it. And look at sports today, and it's actually, you have those conversations. You wonder, is this scripted? Because of outcomes and drama and debate and everything else. Like, while it's super far away in a different bucket, the WWE, in my opinion, the idea and perception of it is not as far away, I believe, as sport, as we view it today, as we are fandom today. Take out probably the betting, and I guess you do have some betting in WWE. Take out the fantasy element of it, maybe. But, yeah, I don't know if that's as far away. How close can you get to that without losing integrity, I think, is a balance point for professional sports.
Now, you do realize in WWE, sometimes when the ref makes an egregious call, he does get in the ring then the following week, and he has to answer for it. Now, sometimes he gets put through a table, and sometimes he gets body slammed. But they do sometimes have the ref talk and say, this is what happened, and like sometimes he apologizes.
Listen, here's what I was thinking I'm trying to come up with a middle ground way. I don't think you'll ever get it in a post-game situation.
Oh, and I'm fully aware of that, Brent.
It's too soon, because even the play with the Jags, I think he would have to go back and see it to know that he got it wrong. He's not going to get it on the field like the Hamby's point and know, like, yeah, I totally messed that call up. He was on to the next play. So what I could see is on a Tuesday, the head official kind of goes through like a series of plays.
I could see that.
The guy in charge of officiating,
like goes all the games.
Hey, there were 2 plays in the Jags and Cardinals game, and you go through the whole thing. This is going to be an hour long, but you say, hey, this was not right, and we have marked that against so and so crew. Here's what they saw. But here's what it should have been. Basically the things that you're telling the teams and you're saying behind closed doors, because I think the issue you're really having, and I can't be hypocritical here because I'm a big fan of transparency, I think what you're really missing is transparency. That's what you're basically asking for. That would give you some transparency.
I'm asking for transparency and accountability, though.
But transparency equals accountability.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't, because I feel like in your scenario, there's still not accountability to that ref having to get in front of the camera and answer the hard questions that he doesn't want to talk about, because he didn't do his job to the best of his abilities, just like a player. Like, listen, I've been in locker rooms when I had a really crappy game, and I've had the microphone shoved in my face, and I get that. That's part of the contract. That's what you sign up for. I'm just saying, where if I got to do it, well, if a ref has a bad game, what does he get to do? Maybe they put out a press release, but he gets to go home, doesn't answer for it, and then maybe he makes the same mistakes again, simply because he doesn't have to go through that fire of looking down at camera, having a microphone on his face, and admitting when he did, he messed up or something like that. I just want accountability.
I don't think you're totally wrong there. I get it. Then I probably would shift the conversation. Okay, well, first of all, it's been going on for players for decades and decades and decades. So they've walked into that situation. Current referees have not walked into that situation. So you're changing it, which then means you probably should make them full-time. Their pay should equal the at least the reality of that accountability that they now have to face for that change. Like, I would probably be a proponent of that if that were to happen. Be like, all right, well, part of the reason we say professional sports people have to answer these questions is because they get paid pretty handsomely. I think it's like, well, you get paid pretty well to do it. I think that's what some people would say. I don't know what officials get paid, but they don't get player pay. That's for dang sure.
Oh, of course not.
And by the way, not every player makes a ton of money. I think we are also very aware of that.
Well.
But Yeah, it's a fascinating conversation. I don't think we're ever going to get it.
No, I know. I'm just speaking into existence.
But I don't know if it's the worst thing if we did get it either. It'd be kind of wild. All right, let's take a break. Brent and Austin Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7.
This is why Jaguars Twitter, I need your vote. Austin Lane, 2028, running for NFL commissioner.
I'll tell you what, you're going to get. I think you should get vote for both things you just said. But you're going to get a lot.
Playoffs?
Yeah, but you're going to get a lot more voting.
Oh, for the officiating. Yeah, because I think that's more of an emotional topic. Yeah, absolutely. Brett. Come on.
We'll be right back. We're live at Southern Grounds and Company here with OneBlood.org as well. And
oh, yeah, man.
What do we got here? We got Scrap House at 7 o'clock, by the way. What happened?
Brett, okay, real quick, let me set it up. So this is Brock Lesnar, who is the biggest badass in wrestling. He's a heel. He's walking down to confront Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, the Usos, and company. This is like he hasn't been seen in a while. So like this is opportunity like to reinforce how much of a badass he is. Watch the entrance.
Hey.
Whoa!
What did he slip on?
His leg.
He just slipped?
He slipped.
Banana peeled him.
They got off him real quick.
Oh, yeah. As they should. But, like, man, how embarrassing, huh?
Oh, man, that's tough.
Losing to your own intro. Man.
That's wild. Scrap House tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game. We showed no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval!
ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers. And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why gutter helmet?
Well, gutter helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With gutter helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With gutter helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Hey, good look at downtown Jacksonville on a beautiful week here on Thanksgiving week in late November. Almost too beautiful. If we can complain, I mean, the weather's been really good, and I know we need some rain in the area, but overall the weather's been awesome over the last month or so. But if we can complain, it's a little too hot today, especially for 3 hours. But I don't care. I'm drinking coffee anyway. I'm tough.
That warms you up even more. I mean, that's good.
Once you're hot, you're hot. So what the heck? Get some good coffee in you from Southern Grounds. We're in San Marco. And Austin will be back with us in a moment. Brent and Austin Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. This is Pat Michaels from One Blood. We've been telling you about One Blood all day. Obviously, you can see the big red bus behind us. There's actually 3 of them here. And Josh Hines-Allen was on with us earlier, Jacksonville Jaguars star, and he and his family were out this part of this day in conjunction with Southern Grounds. And Josh and his 414 All Foundation is to help get people out here and give blood and donate blood, doing it in the honor of Wesley, their son, who was battling leukemia. And it was funny, Josh said today, Pat, that he had to tell him, because he doesn't love the attention, Wesley, he had to tell him, this isn't for you.
Yeah.
This is an honor of you for other people.
You're not the star.
Yeah, and he was okay with that. By the way, a lot of 7-year-olds want to be the star.
Right,
he was like, I don't want all that attention. He was like, okay, good.
Yeah, they're going like, who's Josh, by the way?
Yeah, that's right. Well, tell us about what you guys do. And we see your buses all over the place.
Yeah.
And you were telling me, like on a day like today, you feel like this is a really good turnout. Probably going to have about 80 folks.
It is.
And I know that doesn't sound like a massive number to people, but that's a nice number for you guys, right?
We have the 3 big red buses here, and we want to make sure that we get people through here in about 45 minutes or so, and to have it with 3 buses works very well. They'll come in here, they register, we'll do vitals on them, and then when they donate, they're out. And, the thing about this is that people may not know this, but these big red buses are collecting blood from people. And that blood is processed, tested, and goes to hospitals within 3 to 5 days. Not only for hospital patients for surgeries of all types, but for leukemia patients, all type of cancer, sickle cell patients. So you're giving something that is going to be utilized within a few days. Could it save someone's life? Yes, it could. Wesley had to have transfusions during his treatment for leukemia because his body couldn't produce a thing called platelets, which are one of the cells in your body. So donors, people who got on the big red bus, gave those platelets that went to him. And that it does save lives. And so the family realized that. And Josh and Caitlin, his wife, both came to us and said, we'd like to do a blood drive. We're like, well, absolutely. Because this is the kind of story we like to tell people. Because if you ever wonder what happens to your blood when you donate, Wesley is the answer.
Yeah, it's a great
and
illustration.
And a lot of other people, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously they're a little high profile, but not everybody's high profile, and everybody needs help.
But when you're high profile, and Josh and Caitlin understands that, when you have the ability to do this and you step up, that's big. That's very big.
We're in Thanksgiving week. We're the holiday season, and then naturally I feel like people feel it in their heart a little bit more to give back and donate. Do you see that uptick as you guys try to take advantage of this time of year and how people are feeling and those emotions?
We do.
And is that true? Is this a high-volume time of year versus other times?
It is, because our message to people is Thanksgiving. Be thankful for what you have, but also be humble enough to help somebody else out. If you want to give somebody a gift for the holidays, what better than giving of your blood, maybe giving them a second chance at life. So the messaging, what we talk about is so easy. And of course it helps when, with this drive today, we're giving away the 2 tickets to the Colts game.
How about that, big
which
game?
is big, and then they get a sweatshirt. Because actually, I think Thanksgiving it's going to get cold here.
Yeah,
in the 40s at night, Friday night. So you'll need it. And so we like to do that to say thank you so much for donating. But the bigger story is you could get on that big red bus and you could be impacting someone's life within just a couple of days.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever motivates people to help and give back, but it is an interesting deal. All the drives that you guys do, there's usually, we see the sign right behind us as a $25 gift card.
That's another
There's usually like this give and take, right?
It is.
And almost, that gratitude of saying, hey, thanks for helping us, and hopefully this will help you out a little bit.
Yeah, but the bottom line is people will get on the big red bus. We had a lady come up here earlier, and she said, I don't really care about all this stuff. I just want to do this.
Yeah.
Well, that's at the heart of it.
That's good.
But then our way of saying, we understand that, but we want you to have something for us to say we really appreciate it.
That's cool. Are there any for folks out there, whether it's today until 2 o'clock, by the way, right here, Southern Ground, San Marco, if you can get over here on your lunch break?
I have an answer for you. OneBlood.org.
OneBlood.org.
So what you do is when you go to the website, right at the top it'll say Donate Now, and you click on it, and we have geolocation for all of these big red buses, plus all of our donor centers. So if you miss today, it'll be over at 2 o'clock, and you say, I still want to do this for Thanksgiving, and we're going to be open Thanksgiving, you can find a place to do it. It'll have the hours at all locations and every big red bus. It'll find one for you, so easy for you to give.
Can you? And I'm maybe ignorant to this, so you can help me out and hopefully help some others. But if you have a cold, what if you're not are there some stipulations that obviously you guys will test out in here before? Because I actually ran into a buddy of mine who came by, and I won't share his story, but he couldn't give today.
Yeah.
He probably can give back in another month.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that people can be aware of to know if you can or can't, depending on their situation?
On that same website, oneblood.org, it's all one word, ONEBLOD. It'll have on there before you donate.
Okay.
There's a few travel restrictions. People, by the way, if you have tattoos, you can give. People used to think that was a reason you couldn't
really?
give. Yeah. And we want you to come in, eat properly. Giving blood actually is kind of a healthy way to give, to somebody else, but it's also healthy for you to give back because you're having a healthy lifestyle, eating properly, being hydrated. We give you your cholesterol reading, your iron count on your donor portal once you donate. So, we want people to be able to do that kind of thing. Come in here, even if you don't know, you're like, I have no idea. We've had people come up here. You get on the big red bus, and they'll ask you a few questions, and you have the iPad where you'll go through the questionnaire. And so if there's anything like that you think may be a problem, don't worry about it. And don't worry if you get here and you can't donate. It's not the end of the world. You can do it again, in case your iron count is too low or something like that.
All right, great stuff. Pat Michaels, oneblood.org, obviously, and until 2 o'clock today here at Southern Grounds and Company. Come say hello to us. Come take a little tour of the Big Red Bus. There's 3 of them out here on this Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate
you
so joining us. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane. I'll take that. I'll get Austin back in here. You guys will switch seats. Not to kick you out. You can talk sports if you want as well.
Much,
Thank you. Appreciate it. And we'll get back to talking a little bit about the Jacksonville Jaguars and about some sports stuff. I know, Hamby, you had some college football topics as well, coming off a weekend where it was just okay. And we've got some big games coming up on Friday with Rivalry Week here. Is Rivalry Week, with all the movement in conference alignment and also transfer portal and NIL, which you're not playing for just the jersey anymore, it feels like, is it still a big deal? old traditionalist, Jason Hamby.
It's a huge deal, I think, especially with playoff implications on the line. But even if you take those out, you have like an Ole Miss team who's securely in the playoff. It's a huge deal for them to win the Egg Bowl and beat Mississippi State. Georgia, who's probably well within the playoff, is a huge deal for them to beat Georgia Tech, even teams that are out of it. I mean, obviously around here, Florida State, this is the only thing that those two teams have really looked forward to in a month. Like, Florida hasn't had anything to look forward to since the Georgia game. I'm not saying they have high expectations to win it. Well, I mean, Florida season was over. Their coach was, fired, and they still really look forward to the Georgia game. I think it's the same thing when they get to play Florida State, and I actually think they think that they have a shot to win. Florida State thinks they have a shot to win. It's probably going to be a decent game. Both teams suck, so it's got to be all right. I think rivalries have lost their luster. Obviously, I didn't even mention the biggest one. I do believe it is right there at the very top, Michigan, Ohio State.
Come on, yeah.
I mean, obviously, Alabama, Auburn has SEC championship implications. A lot has lost its luster in the last couple of years. I just don't think this week has.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Hamby, where it seems like tradition and all this stuff kind of goes to the back burner with NIL and the transfer portal and everything. But then, like, the one thing that's going to bring it back to what it felt like before NIL and everything is this week coming up. And, I mean, let's be honest, like, this country was founded on a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love rivalries, and the cool thing about it is like, it doesn't...
This guy really is running for office today.
And it doesn't matter on, your record or anything. Like, you expect close games, right? Because it just means more, right? And whether it's Auburn, Alabama, obviously Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, and the nerds that they're playing against, every rivalry, man, you grew up with it, right? And everyone's going to tune in for it. So I do feel like it's almost like the last bit of college football tradition of the way that it was before we lose it all. So I think it's still huge. I think fans rally behind these games, and I think it's great for the sport of college football.
Well, I think there are some teams that need it to be huge. It's like Georgia Tech feels like it lost its luster against Georgia because of what happened to them last week. It would have been massive for them. But you take a look at Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Vanderbilt, Tennessee now becomes one of the big ones, and they are sitting there obviously with an opportunity to improve their resume, but also you watch Alabama, Auburn, and you can root for Auburn, and the only reason you give Auburn a shot is because it's the Iron Bowl. I think that's where, to me, it still has a little bit of a factor. We know upsets can happen in sports, but it feels like the upset is more likely to happen with a rivalry game that has rich tradition and you can get everybody fired up. Now, I do wonder this, Hamby, and I think it's a fair thing to wonder. To me, college football fans are college football fans, and just because the times change, I don't think they change. Mm-hmm. But what we do know is players change. And I don't know if that Auburn-Alabama game means as much to the Auburn-Alabama players as it did to players 5 years ago, 15 years ago, and 25 years ago. And what people are going to be like, oh, of course it does. It's like,
I think it does.
I don't know how we can assume it does.
No, I mean, I don't.
Their check matters. I think their check means something. I don't know if, next year they might be on the other team.
Do you think it means a lot to the Ohio State and Michigan players?
I just say, do I think it means a lot? Yes. Do I think it means deep down as much as it meant to players over the last decades? I don't know the answer to that. I can't just assume.
There was a fist fight on the field last year for Ohio State and Michigan. Players got pepper sprayed last year simply because Michigan wanted to plant their flag in the Ohio State O. I think if players are getting pepper sprayed and players are throwing punches, I still think that means something.
Look, I'm going to bring in Casey.
Again, I'm not saying it doesn't.
I'm going to bring in
question if it does.
Mr. 1,100K by tomorrow as well. He's here. Welcome, Casey. And I'm going to say...
What an intro.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't feel like it means the same amount to these guys. Even I'll take Carson Beck for an example, a guy that obviously I spent a lot of time with growing up. He was originally committed to Florida and then committed to Georgia. And I felt like I had a decent relationship with him a while back. The guy never hated
until
Florida.
he left Georgia.
Right. Well, I haven't talked to him in a long, long time. I'm just saying this. The guy didn't care about Georgia's tradition or Florida's tradition. Either way, he was committed to, at one time, both schools, and he was the starting quarterback at one. And did he hate Florida to some degree when he started playing against them? Probably. But it's not the same as it once was. Like Gunnar Stockton probably hates Florida because he was born an hour away from Sanford Stadium. He was always ever known as Georgia football. So that it's going to take, now it takes more unique circumstances. It's fewer and far between. It's not that it's gone, but the Gunnar Stocktons who grew up an hour away, and Gunnar's just one example. Take any quarterback or any player that's born, raised around the college that they're actually playing at. That's fewer and far between. You used to stay more locally just in general than you do now. Now you can go anywhere because they're going to pay for it and they're going to compensate you to do so. And being closer to family just isn't as big of a deal. That's just not just the NIL itself. That's just 2025 in general. Kids are more likely to move across the country now than they used to be. So that rivalry has to be a learned rivalry, not like this is almost nature versus nurture. Let's go AP psychology here. One is you grew up, it's how you're raised. You can learn it. It's just not as deep down as it once was.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you want to talk about nature versus nurture, we're all products of our environment. And the environment's going to dictate just how big that game's going to be, regardless of whether you make financial decisions or not and go to a new school. If you guys watch College Game Day against Oregon, they had to bleep out half the show because the crowd kept chanting bleep Washington, because they brought up the Washington Huskies one time. That's Oregon's biggest rival. Next to Oregon State, it's comparable, but they hate Washington.
That's the
so the
fans,
whole time
though.
it's like a wrestling thing. Say what?
That's the fans.
And that's what I'm saying, is that the environment is going to dictate. If you have the entire fan base at College Game Day saying F Washington, I assume then the players are going to it's going to get back to the players, and they'll get a little extra hyped up for that game. Just like if you play in Michigan or Ohio State and you're on campus, I guarantee you all those students are like, hey, bleep Michigan or bleep bleep Ohio State. Like, they got to hear about it the entire week. So when that's your environment, you have to get up for that game. It's not just another game.
Yeah,
so
you got to get up
I still
for
think
it.
yes,
but not as like Caleb Downs last year, Austin, against Michigan. He plays his freshman year at Alabama. He's from the South. Michigan's never crossed that dude's mind in his life. And then he goes to Ohio State because they pay him an absolute bag, and he's an incredible player. And he finds himself in the thick of it against Michigan last year in that rivalry game. Before that game, before that week, maybe before he had stepped on, he had never thought about Michigan before that semester. Before August of 2024, he had never thought about Michigan in his life. Other than, I don't even think he went on a visit there.
I guarantee he thought about Michigan as soon as he got on campus because the coaches told him about it.
I know, but so I'm saying he can get up for it in his environment, but a 6-month hatred for a team is not close to a 20-year hatred for a team when that's all you've ever known was to hate a school.
Well, then what do you call Ohio State Michigan last year when they got in a fist fight and got pepper sprayed?
Yeah, I think that's select players that had it, not the whole team. I think.
Well, I do think I will
the
say
whole
this.
team.
I will say this: Ohio State, Michigan, I think is a very regional base of players. Anyway, I think there's a lot of kids. You have a lot of volume from those two schools that either live in Michigan or Ohio State. Hey, Casey Kurtz, you walked right into an AP psychology class. Welcome.
My bad. Go ahead, Case.
I know. What a disaster. I knew it wasn't on. What a disaster. Hey, fellas. This is a classic college football argument around here. I'll say this on the topic. You could convince me to hate anybody in about 30 seconds, right? I'm just going to be honest. No, I think that's real.
Yeah.
if you, Brett, right now, if you said, Casey, you're fired, and I went to 10-10, I would join up and hate you guys because they hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could convince me if I go to any school that I'm going to hate any other team 5 minutes later.
And that's why he's on the show.
And I just think that, I think that's real with kids. Like, you show up and, like, sure, I'm from, if it were me, literally, like, I'm from Palmetto, Florida. If I go play at, I guess, Michigan, I'll hate Ohio State just because that's the gimmick. And then if Ohio State pays me money to go play there next year, guess what? Hate the boys I just liked. So I think a lot of people are just like me.
Yeah, because, I mean, keep in mind, guys, this is the sport of football, right? Like, it's a very physical, violent, and demanding sport. And if you have a guy across from you that you've been kind of preconditioned not to like, whether it was your whole childhood or even just that year, that's going to mean something.
Yeah. Hey, I love. I think Casey put it bluntly. And by the way, at least in Casey's scenario, he's definitely right. I don't know about every person's scenario, but in Casey's scenario, I certainly buy it.
No, I get what Casey's saying because I've been sitting out here for 2 hours in this beating sun, and I hate this situation right now too. So yeah,
probably me.
Doesn't cost a lot for me to hate something.
Yeah, I wore jeans for some reason.
Yeah, bro, you're clowning. That's terrible.
I did not know my environment I was walking into today.
I wore and I'm wearing a double thick Carhartt shirt today. Should have went with a little more something breezy, but
I wish you could take yours off. I don't think I would do that.
Yeah.
Hey, one other thing, college football-wise, guys. Brian Kelly situation, the Sun.
Oh, beautiful. You read my mind. I have it queued up right now.
Did you see that situation? And, Hamby, maybe you can give us a little more. I don't know what was floating around social media, what's actually accurate. But what I saw was, obviously, it was his senior night because he was on the team. Didn't even know his son was on the team. But his senior night, and there was a story that they wouldn't have let Brian Kelly in the stadium. Now, I don't know how true that is because couldn't you just buy a ticket? How the hell would they know?
Right. He could have afforded it for sure.
He could have afforded it, although that's in legalities right now as well. Or litigation, I should say. But then he had like a free BK shirt on. The kid did. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Like
no.
he put to the cameras.
Austin, you're going to hate
like
this.
a free BK shirt.
I think everybody should hate this. Casey, this is less than 30 seconds, so it meets your criteria of you're going to hate LSU. So I'm glad that we can already put your little theory to the test.
Perfect.
Again, this is senior night. They're coming onto the field. Brian Kelly was not there. He could have bought a ticket, I'm sure.
He couldn't have. Brett's not right. Don't let Brent say that. Brian Kelly, who just got fired from LSU, could not have bought a ticket and walked in that game without getting his ass beat. There is no scenario that could have happened. But go on.
Here we go.
And one of those seniors is Brian Kelly's son. This is Kenzel Kelly coming out pregame. Pay special attention to that T-shirt he's got underneath his jersey.
Go Tigers! Long live BK! Long, free my boy! Free my boy BK! You know who?
You ever call?
I was thinking the same thing. Did you ever call your dad?
Yeah, if my son,
if
if Ronan did that, we're going to have a little chit-chat after the game.
I like that he honored his dad. That's fine. But
no, for sure.
Free my boy.
Hey,
free my boy BK.
Free BK, man. That's going to be the new 6'7". Let's go.
Go Tigers. That was also.
I will say this.
He has taken.
LSU's a
he's
mess,
taken
man.
after his dad, at least in one aspect. They both have the worst fake LSU Louisiana accents that I've ever heard.
That's true.
BK himself on that first basketball game.
That was terrible.
And this now, go Tigers. That's not it, buddy. I can't mimic it, but I know that's not it.
Real quick, was that his son or his stepson? Because I feel like Brian Kelly's kind of short. Like, who's winning those genetics?
Dude, that
guy's an offensive lineman, was he not?
He looks just like him to me.
Well, okay, it's hard to see, but isn't Brian Kelly kind of short?
He is. I think he's relatively smaller, but I love
He
him
is short.
That's an offensive lineman, was he not?
I don't think
he's never 50. I think he might be a long
tell
snapper. I don't know. I don't think he's ever touched the
grass.
grass.
Okay. See, that's my bad. I can't really see the screen that well. Okay.
You're good.
My bad.
But yeah, LSU got just a real quick thought before we hit a break. LSU's kind of a mess right now, right? I mean, from the governor to the litigation of Kelly to, I mean, maybe this situation. I don't know where that factors in.
5'11", 230.
But we could get a Lane Kiffin could be walking right into that spot.
Yeah, fix everything right up, man, and all of a sudden all the hype is back again for them. So
did you guys see Lane Kiffin was really annoyed at the news conference because he got asked like 3 different times about the situation?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, this is these guys kill me, man. It's like, you can be annoyed all you want, but dude, you're the one tweeting, and you've drummed this thing up.
Yeah.
Like, you've got your family on planes to Gainesville and Baton Rouge. Like, you can't control everything. It's starting to bug me. Like, you can't ask for it when you want it only. It comes with the territory. Like, it's $100 million on the line coming up here. You're the front and center. You can respectfully not be annoyed by the questions. You're going to get them.
Yep.
I don't understand. Like, these guys are such babies.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
$100 million babies.
Well, I mean, I think Lane's just trying to focus on it because I think he owes it to his team, though, right? But
he didn't know all the other crap to his team, though, last week.
Well, I just think he's trying to stay focused for the Egg Bowl. Real quick before we go to break, Hamby, do you have the video that I sent you, speaking of rivalries and everything? Do we have the Stanford-Cal
Give me,
video?
I need 30 seconds.
While you do that, I want to bring this up that's college football related as well. I went to the Clemson game this weekend with my buddy. He has tickets, so we went. They played
nice
Furman, and it was senior day. That part's not important. But this shocked me. So they're beating the dog out of Furman, of course, because it's Furman. And it's like mid-second quarter. They go out to, start a drive. It's first down. Dabo calls timeout, and they take Klubnik out because it was senior day. This man this kid, I guess, so I'm going to, take it down a little bit, got a 2.5-minute standing ovation from the Clemson crowd. The entire break. They show a video. They're clapping. His parents are crying, which is fair. But he got a whole 2.5-minute standing ovation. My buddy's up clapping for him, and I looked at him, and I'm like, respectfully, if this was the NFL, this kid would have got booed out of the state of South Carolina as you started as a top 5 team, and you won 3 times. Like, what did he do to deserve 2.5 minutes of standing ovation? And secondly, what did they do for Trevor? Did everyone go kiss him on the mouth? What happened?
Just going to ask that. I was just going to ask that, Casey.
I was blown away. I couldn't
30
believe
minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30-minute special at halftime.
30-minute encore for Trevor.
I could not believe
crazy.
it.
You do have that's actually a really good point. Like, I get the ovation, and I like that if you have it, but not for 2.5 minutes and a video and everything else. Like, what's he done?
Don't get the ovation, though.
What's he done?
What's what I'm saying? Like, you had a lot of hype going into the season, and you didn't really deliver. So, if anything, I'm just like, okay, well, on to the next player.
He's also engineered the downfall of Clemson. Like, Clemson the last couple of years has become pedestrian.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been a part of that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the hell you're cheering either. That's a really good point, Casey. By the way, Clemson's a cool spot, though, isn't it?
Casey, how electric is the run down the hill with Dabo?
So it's a little... It wasn't as electric as the people around me said it usually was because it was senior day, so literally 20 of them went by themselves.
Oh.
So it was a little different. Okay. But he was slow. Now, I don't want to...
Interesting. Okay.
I don't want to start anything here, but Dabo was up at the Rock for a minute. He kind of gingerly went down the hill, and I'll tell you this, he was on the field for like 3.5 hours after the game, just with his family. All the players were gone, and my buddy's like, what's he doing? I'm like, he might know something that we don't. That's all I'm saying. So the rundown
Dabo to Ole Miss
was not as electric as you would like, and I will tell you this, I don't know if you've been to like a game there, but they literally warm up on the field in their jerseys, walk to the buses, get on, hit the block, and come back and get off the buses. Like, it is very dumb. Like, everybody else around me was very into the gimmick. It was terrible, though.
Hey, Trevor, go ahead and donate a little money to, whatever. Hey, Deshaun Watson, you got some money still, I think. I don't know, with court litigations. But I feel like you got some money. Give him a locker room.
Yeah, I mean, it was bus ride in the Rock, the tradition of all that. Boy, first of all, nobody asked the obvious question here. You stayed after for 3.5 hours?
Well, I mean,
good call, Casey. Autographs, huh?
It's me, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get Dabo, bro. What do you mean? But yeah, he was out there.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
You were waiting on him.
He was
Did you go to TD's there at Clemson? Did you go to the restaurant there?
No, we got there kind of late, and there was a parking debacle. I walked like 6.5 miles on Saturday. That's how far away we had to park. And it still costs us money. I know what you're thinking. If you park that far away, it'd be free. No, sir. We paid money to park 65 miles away from the stadium.
Wow.
But the area is cool. The walk was somehow uphill both ways. My shirt was all bloody. It was terrible. That whole part was not great. But my buddy has good seats. It was fun. The Klubnik thing confused me. And I'll tell you this about Clemson real quick. No disrespect to the kid they brought in at backup, but there's some disrespect coming after Klubnik came out. He couldn't complete a pass. Like, I know nobody was watching this game. It was on the CW. Go back and watch. He couldn't complete screen passes.
The CW.
So if that's the kid they're going to run out there as the quarterback of Clemson next year, Clemson will not win a football game. I'm just being real. That kid is terrible.
They're on the CW?
Yes.
In between, like, Green Arrow and Supergirl, and then you got the Clemson game?
Clemson
cool.
Furman. For sure. There was, like, when they put him in,
by
they
the way-
didn't score until the fourth quarter. He went 2 quarters without scoring, I think.
Hey, that's why Dabo was on the field for 3.5 hours pondering his future.
Oh, I know, man. They got us on the CW right now?
It's fine.
All right, what you got, Andy?
All right, can I set it up real quick?
That was it.
I won't set it up. That's good. Yep.
And the transfer is complete. How's that for drama? Nobody builds drama like an axe transfer like us.
I'm so confused.
All right, so a little context
Stanford
behind
gets it
this.
back.
This is their big rivalry game. It's Cal, Stanford, the Battle of the Red Axe. I've never watched a Cal-Stanford game, though. I was financially invested in this game, as you saw from our Hard Rock bet that didn't come to fruition. But so I stayed for the whole thing because everyone was talking about the exchange. Had no idea what it was. I'm not going to lie because they didn't show like the beginning part. I thought this was going to end in a fight between 2 student sections that were rocking like rugby polos. just a bunch of nerds because like the intensity for that exchange, you're asking for a fight. You're asking for someone to throw a punch. But unfortunately nothing happened. But I've never seen such an intense like stare down face off in my entire life.
So that's so they hand the trophy.
So like each respected like college group, they have to meet in the middle of the field, and then they have to like whoever loses has to hand over the axe because Cal had it last
What are they
year.
doing right there? Like this huddle thing.
It's part of it. It's a tradition where you gotta like stand in front of your enemy and you gotta give him the trophy.
It just seems so awful, though.
This right here.
Isn't it the most awkward thing?
Yeah, this
Like,
is.
but like from right here, okay. So like, why are you guys running off? What is this like? People are like huddling around, and this player's really throwing me off.
Yeah, he's like, don't mess with our people getting the axe.
Like, what is he doing right here?
See, I think the player was trying to keep the peace because in case something did pop off, once again, a bunch of people in rugby polo shirts.
The Pittsburgh Steelers alternate uniforms is what those are.
Yeah, that's right. A lot
Right.
of judging going on here.
Whoa, Brett, come on, man. It's Cal Stanton. Come on.
Well,
what are we talking about here?
74, like, what was, when this comes back around, like, I'm telling you right now, nobody on that Cal side was going to do it. None of those folks are going to throw a punch or do anything goofy. And 74 is like, hey, back up. Man, take your tail to the sidelines. You probably gave up a couple of sacks in the game.
He did bark at him.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're not, like, you're not him. You're not him, bro.
He's giving him the biz.
Take your talents elsewhere. Transfer to Northern Illinois next year because you're probably bad. Like, get your ass out. Like, that's terrible.
That's the biz, man.
You can't tell me it doesn't mean more in the AC. It's ACC now, right? They are in.
That is,
yes.
Yeah, you can't tell me it doesn't mean that much in the ACC, guys.
Austin, what time did this
man.
game end that you stayed up and watched the whole thing?
Oh man, we're talking about probably like a 12:30 end time.
Yeah, it was past when Dabo had hit the parking lot finally.
Yeah, that's tough. Man.
Yeah, I was in a mood, man. I was mad at Cal. Thankfully their head coach got fired after that game.
He did, yeah.
For that loss. So I'm justified a little bit. I feel a little better about it. Like if I'm gonna go down, someone's going down with me. And yeah, the coach was relieved of his duties as he should have been. Dude, they had him. They had who's the dude from Carolina, the old coach? Ron Rivera was on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
They had like a bunch of just
He's like GM now,
who's coaches. I'm like, no way Cal loses this game. In a rivalry game? Got the butts
Did you
whooped.
see Luck? Andrew Luck was
I
like
saw
all
Andrew
fired
Luck
up
too.
in that interview.
Yeah, and that also annoyed me a little bit because he was celebrating, much to my demise.
What did you need to happen? Because it was like 31
I
to
needed
10, bro. You
Cal to
went
put up
bed.
24 points.
You should have went to bed. They were not. They had 10, bro. They weren't even
Oh,
close.
hey. Casey, I know that, but then the fourth quarter, they were like, and we're going to see the transfer of the axe. I'm like, okay, well, I got to stick around for that. I'm going to be honest.
That's a bet, but I stay for the axe.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm that pot committed to a team I know nothing about and the announcers do a good job of hyping, you got to wait around for the transfer of the axe. Hey, I'm going to see a transfer.
Was it worth
works.
And it worked.
It actually works
It was
for
worth
broadcasters.
It was worth it.
All right. Hey, let's take a time out. We're at Southern Grounds and Company, oneblood.org again. Josh Hines-Allen joins us earlier. He has since left, but you can come out until 2 o'clock and give blood if you get the opportunity, or check out oneblood.org. We come back a little bit more in the Jags. We'll get you our recycled headlines, catch you up. There's some Hall of Fame news as well. And then we go a little feud, I think, here on a Tuesday to end the show. That's the San Marco train, man. I saw it, so I shot it.
Please tell me you got out of your car to take a video of a train. Please tell me that you did something stupid.
I was walking across the street. I saw the train coming down the way, and so then I stopped and got the train.
Did you
hustle
up there?
The San Marco train's legendary. No, I didn't have to hustle. I was right there.
Bro got – look at – oh, my.
Is that Gene? Gene's there.
Is that Gene? Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
What's so wrong with getting the train video?
I'm
not mad at it, man.
No, I just picture myself in the car on the other side of the street there, and I'm sitting there, probably on my phone, on Twitter, doing something, and I look to my left and I go, is that television's Burt Martineau running up to video a train? That's where I look at it from.
If you're in your cars, that's very touristy of you to do. You know, this would be like in a country that doesn't have trains. They're like, oh,
touristy,
what is this
it's
thing?
A train. You can see that anywhere.
I actually think trains going by, unless you are the car stuck in it, are still a cool thing. Even at 48.
Yeah.
I thought so when I was a kid.
Sure.
I remember my mom used to get her hair cut near a place that had a train, and I couldn't wait for the train to come by.
Shout to Thomas, man.
Let's get this guy a model train set for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, I used to have them. I used to build the trains a little bit.
There's no doubt in my mind
we know,
about that
bud. You
now.
didn't have to say that. We'll be right back.
Hey, they say it like I was alone in this. A lot of people did that.
I'm trying. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
not.
trying.
Those Lionel train set, you don't remember?
No, I mean, yeah. I think we had a box one up. I might have brought it out once or twice.
You guys put a train around the tree?
No. We had dogs, man. We couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Thanks for meeting me here.
You okay?
You're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion.
Okay.
You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah.
That's all I paid for it. Do you know what you want?
Yeah. I think I do.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR, or get $1,750 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt. And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
There's the face-off.
I mean,
that's really what we should have shown in the picture.
you can't tell me that's not intensity.
Now I know why you stayed up.
They were so like, yeah, listen, they had to go meet up with like 3 minutes left, and they had to stand there till the game was over. So I'm literally just like watching this whole thing. I mean, it was absolute cinema.
They should do this before every chess game.
I mean, and yeah, without a doubt. And I put this in the group chat. I mean, Cal all day, right? Like Cal has this one.
I don't know about that. Maybe I'm not getting as good a look
do you got,
at it,
Casey?
but I'm not so sure I'd mess around with those ladies on the left.
Yeah, can I see what do you got, man? Let's give your analysis that you sent to in the chat here.
Yeah, I mean, she looks tough. That's fine. Like, that's great what you got over there. I'm not messing with Stanford. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Stanford, I'm pretty sure, has some casual killers on the other side. So, give me Stanford.
Look at this girl's intensity right here. No, hang on. No, see, girl leading the way she's just there to be there. She's just there.
Okay, rolling along here, and
right at that great zinger too, huh?
I know.
And now I can't hear anything.
Well, yeah, you don't know what they're saying back, which is maybe better.
I guess. What happened exactly?
Okay, the internet just goes out there quick.
Oh,
so
okay.
We're on.
Okay.
But it happens to me quite a bit on the road.
Okay.
That's when. So now you just experience when I can't hear you and I go away.
Makes sense.
That's what happens.
Frustrating, yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
But we've been pretty good out here today.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
But
cool.
Good Wi-Fi at a coffee shop. Got to have good Wi-Fi.
Got to have great Wi-Fi at the coffee shop.
Yep. And that's where we are, Southern Grounds in company, waiting for the train to go by again.
Yeah.
Like a little kid. And oneblood.org. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane, Casey Kurtz, and Jason Hamby.
Is that iced coffee or is that real coffee?
No, that was real coffee.
That's unbelievable in this heat.
Yeah. It's hot. It's hot.
That's unreal, Brent.
It's definitely warm, but that's okay. Hey, just so you know, I also, Hamby, I got to see a lot of your buddies from high school yesterday at String Sports Brewery in Jacks Beach.
Got some stories?
Yeah. What do you think the level of afraid
Hamby
is at now the knowledge that I have?
Man, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think Hamby was raised right. Like, I don't think that there's a lot of dirt on Hamby. Now I'm making my parents sound bad, raised right, because there's a lot of dirt on me. Like, no, I just don't think there is. I think Hamby lives a pretty, straight edge kind of clean lifestyle, which is it's commendable. So I don't think there's a lot of dirt out there.
Hamby?
Yeah, I'm safe.
You're safe.
Yeah, I love the confidence.
That's a lot of confidence.
I love the confidence.
And by the way, like, you can't really hide. Like Casey, like, how old are you, Casey? 25, 26?
I'm 28. I just had a birthday, I think.
You're 28. 28. So. Hamby's what? 25.
Damn, I got Casey by 10
25
years.
25 very
Crazy.
soon.
I think I've been labeling Casey 24, 25 years old for like 5 years, so that makes sense.
Okay.
I was once, about 4 years ago.
I was once.
You're right. For a whole year, in fact.
Yeah, 365, baby.
But yeah, I think it's a little harder for them. Like, if I go back and ask the same thing about you in high school,
I'll be getting canceled.
Well, but I've grown up. Like, it's been 20 years, right? For those like Hamby, it's been like 6 years.
Sure. Yeah. That's
so
fair.
You can't get away from it.
That's fair.
Speaking of, I've got my 30th high school reunion this weekend.
Oh, you're going to
I'm
it?
actually going to be back home, but I won't be there for the reunion. I wouldn't go anyway.
that's what Facebook's for.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
But I actually leave the day of Saturday, I think it's at.
Okay.
And I leave, so I really have no desire to go anyway. But it works out that I almost was there for it. Like, if it was Friday, I would almost be compelled. Like, do I have to go? Like, if it was on Friday and I'm still there.
Well, why would you try to reschedule though and go, Brent? Like,
I got to get to Nashville for the Jags. I can't reschedule and get there Sunday morning.
Okay.
But again, I don't. There's no way in hell I'm rescheduling it. Like, it's perfect that I don't have to go.
Okay.
What
about, so forget all that. What did they say last night?
Yeah, that's a great point as well. Yeah, we're kind of burying the lead here, Brent.
That's in the back pocket for whatever I need it, dude. You ain't getting it on demand.
AKA.
Is there stuff, Brent, or not? Or was it pretty? I bet it's pretty clean.
He's
got
bad.
That's not bad.
But keeping them scared is better than having them know.
Oh yeah. See, this is why my friends stay in Wisconsin, because if you talk to them, you'd have like Ben Becker do an entire investigative report. So we're all good.
Would you want to go to your? What are you going to be on your
20th
high school reunion soon?
No. I guess 20. I don't even know how that works. Yeah, no, to answer the question, I wouldn't want to go.
What year did you graduate?
When did you graduate high school?
2006.
Okay.
So, 20, bro.
Man. Yeah,
next year.
Yeah. 2006. Yeah, no, but I'm saying, I don't know, because like when they celebrate, I don't think they go 20, if they go 15, if they go 30. Like, I don't know how it works. Because I feel like we don't do like one every single year.
That's like 5 and 10s usually.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you guys have one 5 or a 10 coming up for you, Casey?
I don't think there was I don't live there, so I don't know. A lot of the people in Palmetto, they don't know how to talk to the outside world, so I'm not sure if I would hear about it if I'm not at the local meeting spot talking to people. But I don't think there was a 5, and then next year would be 10. I graduated in 16, and I ain't heard nothing, and I won't go. I hate those people. So. Even my friends.
Hey, keep in mind, 30 seconds after graduation.
Yeah,
30
seconds. We can hear
after
them. They can hear us.
I can't hear them, Brent. So I'm just trying to nod my head and trying to play it
Did
over.
somebody come in here and really kick the Wi-Fi a little bit, or really a lot of people just went through the building at lunchtime?
Did you like my acting?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, nice, Casey.
It was pretty good. I could faintly hear.
I knew that was funny. I would have got a reaction.
I got nothing.
But anyway,
just do 2 different shows at the same time.
I wonder if most. Yeah, this is 2 different shows.
Really you guys are back?
Do you think? Yeah, we're back.
Hey,
they're back. Yeah, sorry.
Are we sure it's not the heat? Is it with your laptop? Because
Nah, probably not. I think.
Is it just sitting in the sun?
Okay, because I can't.
Yeah, it's a little protected, but not a lot protected. It's fine. Hey, all right, just real quick though. Do you think most people go to their reunions? Like, especially as you get 25, 30, as you get older and older.
I don't think so, just because of social media now. Like, that's your way of kind of staying in touch with everything.
Okay. Yeah. I would consider, like, I would think I would go to Like if I had like a 50-year reunion,
okay,
or like as you get older and older,
Mhm.
I think it would be kind of neat to go to because you start to dwindle the people.
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
Like if I was like 85 years old and you get to go to your 60-something class reunion, there might be 8 people at it.
Well, yeah, man, it might be a little depressing. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I want to see who's still living because
Yeah,
at
who's
that
still
time you're
kicking?
not maybe watching Facebook as much. You're not on there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're in your 80s and you're still, kicking and you're doing great, I mean, I'm sure you're probably in the need for friends. Like everyone else is kind of dropping, right? So maybe go to your reunion and be like, hey, do you want to rekindle some friendships? Because I'm getting tired of watching Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, Price is Right.
Price is Right,
There you
Murder,
go.
She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote, huh?
one
That's
other
where you
thing.
win?
Murder, She Wrote. That's pretty impressive.
Murder,
right
She
there.
Wrote is for the olds, man. My grandma, rest her soul, was all about that Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on with Angela Lansbury, right?
Angela Lansbury.
Yeah,
Very
man.
good.
Angela
Good. Oh,
Lansbury.
man. He watched a lot of Murder, She
Oh,
Wrote.
apparently.
Grandma right there.
Yeah. Always came down to the 11th hour, too. She wasn't, she couldn't figure it out, and all of a sudden somebody said something. She's like, wait a second. And then she goes back and she's it's always like the aha moment. 5 minutes in every single show. Don't even need to watch the whole hour. Just watch the last 5 minutes of Murder, She Wrote. She'll figure it out. She'll solve it.
Hey, I got one other one for you guys before we move on to a football topic.
I got one for y'all,
because we're in
too.
family time, reunion time, everything else.
Yeah.
I think about this often because I like Facebook memories. Like, I'll post stuff on Facebook so you see it down the road. Like, whatever, right, for the kids and everything.
Yeah.
Do you think in, like, 20 years, 50 years, whatever years, we'll have that Facebook will still exist?
In 20 years?
Yeah.
Oof. How old will you be in 20 years?
Well, I'll
old are
be
you
in
now?
my 60s.
It'll still be around. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll still be around.
Yeah,
You
I
think so, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 30, 40, 50 years? Like, I don't know what's impacting that. I was just curious. if
Well,
you
I
think
mean,
it will.
I will say my son does make fun of me for having Facebook still. Because, like, I think, like, with like, the youngs out there, like, Facebook is really, like, an old person kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So, like, but I still think there's, like, the older generations that's, like, their comfort level because they're not on TikTok or Snapchat doing their thing. So, like, Facebook's a little more just even keel. So, yeah, I think as long as the olds are around, Facebook will be in business.
Yeah. Interesting. What you got, Hamby?
Speaking of is something for the olds. Dancing with the Stars.
Don't do it. Do not do it.
Listen.
I will not sit here and deal with the Dancing with the Stars blowback. But go on. I watch it every week.
You do?
Don't do it, but go
You
on.
watch it every week?
Yes, sir.
A buddy of mine just said he couldn't come to a poker night tonight because he's got to watch the finale.
Damn
And
right.
It's 2 hours.
Not your buddy.
You bet it is.
Not your buddy.
Kick him out of the circle.
Not your buddy, Hamby.
Kick him out.
DVR is a thing. This isn't the
8
Super
to
Bowl.
10.
It's
He
not the
wants to
Super
watch
Bowl.
it. Wants to watch it live with his wife.
It's 2 hours, first off. Every single week is 2 hours. There's a lot of people dancing. And second off,
If it's the finale,
that's a cultured man.
Why haven't we dwindled it down like Facebook in 60 years or the class reunion when people have died off? That's what's supposed to happen with these shows.
Because they dance multiple times, because they need the votes, you know what I'm saying?
Horse
Get
crap.
a good showcase. They bring all the people back that, in your analogy, died, and they get to dance again, and then they got to sell tickets to the tour, so they let all the pros dance with each other, and then someone will probably sing. So, if anything, you guys should go to his house and watch the whole show.
And you watch that?
Yes, sir.
I don't listen.
Why?
I'm going to be honest. And Casey, with all due respect, I know we have to do a show tomorrow together, but I don't understand Dancing with the Stars. I don't understand like the influence to try to just watch people dance. Where it's like, hey, I know this B-level celebrity. I wonder if they can dance or not. Let me spend 2 hours per week seeing if they can dance. Like, what's the appeal?
I mean, you get to see people grow. You know what I mean? You go from somebody who couldn't dance to be a good dancer, and also watch your tone. B level. Robert Irwin is as A+ as there's ever been. Thank you very much.
Get to watch people grow?
Yeah, bro.
Is that Steve's son?
What the hell is
Is that Steve's son? Robert?
Yes, of course.
I don't know.
No,
Since we
Wait,
care
so
about
Casey-
watching people grow.
Stop. We're not going to sit here and pretend like we don't know collectively who Robert Irwin is. They announced he was going to be at the Jacksonville Zoo. It sold out in 30 seconds. Action did a story on it. Don't pretend like we don't know that Steve Irwin's kid is Robert Irwin.
I'm just asking, is that Steve Irwin's son? Because I heard
Yes.
Irwin, I think of Steve.
course.
Okay, got you. Okay, I mean, okay.
Did Casey just in the last half hour just say, I can hate people within 30 seconds?
He can also be infatuated with them.
And then
Growth.
say, I can't wait to watch Dancing with the Stars because I want to see people grow.
He's growing right before our eyes, Brent.
Yes. I want to see
Casey,
people better themselves.
who's the finals? Who
are you?
Who's winning? Like, who are some of the other celebrities?
Robert Irwin's winning, dog. What you mean?
Okay, but who else is there? Like, I'm just, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't follow it at all. So
There's some influencer girl, I don't know, and then Alex Earl's on there, the Braxton Berrios' girlfriend. I don't know if that means anything to you. She's big on TikTok. And then there's some old actress.
Is this Hamby's version of Harry Potter, and this just to preserve a healthy marriage, and Amanda really likes it?
No, I don't think Casey's being held at gunpoint for Dancing with the Stars like Hamby is with Harry Potter. Like, I think Casey just wants to watch it.
I'm watching. Amanda doesn't even watch.
See?
Gosh, you are in.
See?
You
doesn't
are
even watch?
a human enigma.
Hey, who am I to judge? I mean, I'm watching anime every other night, so it ain't like I'm any better.
She's in the other room watching sports.
You can't believe Casey watches Dancing with.
Oh no, I don't believe it at all. Like I don't. Like I said, I don't understand it, and I'm not going to try to understand it. Like, okay, I can see if Steve Irwin's son. I'm sure they talked about maybe through like one of the dances. There's an interpretive dance where he was dancing for his father. You know,
that did happen.
Okay, that's cool.
Mom, yeah.
Did he dance? Was there an alligator in the dance?
No.
Did he slow dance with an alligator?
No. Slow dance with his mom. Technically,
Then I'm not watching it.
The dance was about his mom, technically kind of picking up for the fact that his dad died and raising the kids and stuff like that. It's very emotional. I cried.
Man, that's a tough. See now I'm getting that hits me hard actually. Okay.
That's Steve.
I see the appeal, but the
why
other people
doesn't Amanda watch?
Amanda watches. I was kidding. I've been trying to tell you guys this. There's more out there than sports, guys. Like, I get it. That's what you want to pretend. Like, that's
don't
all
tell me
there
that,
is.
Casey.
No, I'm not talking to you. I know you. I'm talking to Brent, who's going to go home and watch some stupid D6 basketball game or soccer or some other dumb sport. Like, there's more out there than sports. Both of you guys, like, expand your horizons and maybe you learn to feel something. I watch Dancing with the Stars and I learn how to feel. And you guys are sitting there going, I hope number 6 gets 8 points so I can hit my parlay. There's more out there, guys.
Okay, hold on. I get you crashing out about how we don't, or at least I don't really watch anything but sports. Don't include betting into that as if we're degenerates and you're not. Like, you're betting Maxton probably tonight. You might not even watch it. You're going to plug it in, watch
This is Cal
Dancing with the
Stanford
Stars,
right here again.
and hope it hits. Okay, we can beat Cal Stanford. I'll take the girl on the right with the ponytail, and you can take the girl on the left with the eye black. But this is, okay, just don't lump betting into it because that hits home for me, and you're in the same boat.
What are we doing next?
Casey, be honest. Casey, just real quick, be honest. Have you called in and voted on Dancing with the Stars?
Well, first off, it's not 1904. You can text in. You don't have to call them and say who you want to vote for.
Wow, 1904.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Is he in 84?
Because they had phones in 1904, I bet. Can you...
Graham Bell, my dog.
And have you texted in?
Yeah, of course.
No? You don't?
No, yeah, of course.
Oh, wait, you have. I can't...
Yes, sorry, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You're losing respect by the moment, aren't you? Are you going to cancel Scrap?
I got to do a show with them tomorrow, and I'm really trying to just... I'm taking all this data, all this information, and I didn't do what's best for me as well. So we'll see.
Let me ask
one
more
thing. I've
thing.
expanded my horizons by watching Death by Lightning. It's about President Garfield. You guys should check it out.
Go back and watch sports. What? Death by Lightning?
Yeah, it's good.
You'll
like it.
He dies by lightning?
No, but you'll like it.
Okay.
Just go watch
Don't
it.
say no
okay,
like
okay.
that's the craziest thing he could have said, Brett. No, he doesn't die by lightning.
Yeah,
you can
okay.
see how he got there.
It's called Death by Lightning. Do you see how I got the connection?
You'll see how the connection's made, but
Okay, one more. I have one more question, Casey.
Yeah.
Are you planning your day around this tonight to be home in front of the TV by 8 o'clock?
I will be home. I'm not planning around, but like I know it's on. You know what I mean? So like, if one of you was like, "Hey, I need you to do this at 8," I'd be like, "No." So,
that was one of my favorite 7 or 8 minutes in show history. Right
I'm still trying to figure out what Death by Lightning means. Like, is Lightning McQueen in it? Is Lightning McQueen?
He gets
Does he
hit by a
stab
car.
somebody?
I like that a lot.
Okay.
They didn't have cars.
Oh,
in Garfield's time.
Death by Lightning McQueen. Okay.
Garfield was assassinated.
Ooh, okay.
So,
By lightning?
Anyway, it's only a 4-episode thing.
Oh, it's a mini
the perfect crime.
That's nothing. You
Yeah,
watch
little
that at
miniseries.
6 and you're back at sports by 9 o'clock.
If I need to be. Absolutely. Let's come back in 5 minutes and we'll do Jacksonville feud, although I feel like we just did it.
Yeah.
But we can put the sports talk on the back burner for today.
That's fine.
AP psychology class started at like 11:50 and it hasn't stopped.
Brent, they're playing
I
the Titans.
told you.
What do you want to say about it?
I mean,
Very
it's
much to break down.
too much with the sports with you, man. Like, you got to do something a little bit different. And, like, great. They beat the Cardinals. Cardinals suck. The Titans, they also suck. Cam Ward, he's doing some things. But, I mean, for the most part, it should be pretty straightforward. You should just record this, throw it on the pregame show, run some spots, and, make up for those commercials, and you'll be good.
How do you say Tennessee's nickname?
Tennessee's nickname?
Trash?
Who they're playing this week?
Garbage?
Yeah, well, I'm confused, man. What?
Just say the word.
Tennessee? Titans?
Yeah. How do you guys say it?
Titans?
Say the word, Titans.
Titans? Titans?
I got a guy that's emailed me. He emailed me back in 2021.
Okay.
And he emailed me again, yesterday. And he does not like the way I say Titans.
How do you, say
He does not say that I say the other T. Titans.
Titans.
But it's like, I got it for him, I think, on TV, be like, Titans.
Titans. Yeah,
So
you really
now
got to
if you
enunciate,
start
right?
hearing me say Titans,
You
it's because of that guy.
Don't say that.
The Tennessee Titans.
It wasn't remember the Titans. Like, come on. Don't say it like that.
This dude emails me last night. I'll actually read it to you. You guys ready for this? Casey's gonna love this.
This guy's got to watch Dancing with the Stars and
Okay,
not worry
we're
about it
going to
so
need
much.
He must
you
have
to
been-
text us his name. Don't say it, but you can text
Yeah,
it so
let
we
me
can find
find him on
his picture.
Facebook again. Because that other guy, I found that guy.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty good.
That's a good exercise.
Yeah, send it over.
If you be sending
dang
emails
it.
to the sports department, we do be looking you up on Facebook. We do be sending your pictures back and forth, and we do be making fun of you. So think about that before you send stupid
We
emails.
be clowning now.
And that's why Facebook will still
I'll
be
find
around
it
in
on the
50
other
years.
side. I can't.
Oh, he's 1,000 years old. I forgot
can't-
about this. He can't do anything fast with technology.
Okay, here it is. This one. This one
my
says,
goodness.
"You are the sports director, but can't pronounce the word Titans. You don't pronounce the second T. How about these words? Manhattan, important, certain. Do you skip the second T in these words too?
This
I doubt
guy.
you'll answer this, but practice makes perfect. Dork."
He called you a dork. Oh, Casey, gonna need your expertise here to find this guy.
So I responded this way.
Yeah, what was
Thank
it?
you, Brett. With BRET-T. His name is Brett.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember this complaint from a few years ago because I actually did, and I looked it up. I was like, is this the same guy?
Oh,
It did.
okay.
It was 2021.
Yeah,
I save all the complaints and compliments just for these kind of moments.
I love it.
I said, I'll have to keep trying. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, don't wish
He
him
is
happy
not going. No, he's
Thanksgiving.
not going to like the kindness. You got to kill him with kindness.
Kill him
He's
with
not gonna
kindness,
like
huh?
it. But
Listen to me here.
yeah,
all
it's
right?
great. He called me a dork.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Listen-
that's ridiculous, Brent.
Listen to me here closely, Brent. If you have any sort of petty bone in your body, and I'm dead serious by this, you will make an entire segment on the pregame show you saying a bunch of words that has T's in them, double T. Not like an obvious, like, make a graphic thing, but you will write a script that I know you'll be on the sidelines and all that crap, with all the words in it. Just see if you can get 5 or 6 double T's in a segment. That would be
I like that.
unbelievable.
And then at the end, give him a little wink at the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could even go here. You could say a win for the Jags would be Titanic against the
that's
Titans.
Nice.
I got here a little
Yes,
late.
the Titans, yeah.
I just flew in from Manhattan. You can then get all the words he said. In.
Oh yeah, you
Drop
gotta use
in
the
a
words
couple
he
more.
said. I will be certain that the Jags will beat.
Now, granted, the news director will be like, "What the hell are you doing?" But you'd be like, "Trust me, it's a bit. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. See what happens."
But by
Then
the way,
reminder.
like he says, do you ever pronounce the second T? And he says certain. There's only one T in.
That's a good point. Yep.
That's a good point.
Known idiot.
Last time I checked, spelling's not my strength, but it does make sense.
Titan and even Manhattan are different.
Oh, of course, man.
Manhattan.
And listen, there's silent letter. Like, yeah, get this guy out of here, dude. Come on.
The best part was you said certain, and I just was like, yeah, that does make sense. He's not saying the second team.
No, we all did.
Oh, I know we all did. I'm just saying.
I didn't think anything of it. I was like, yeah, all right. That makes sense.
I'm trying to listen. I'm not trying to spell.
You guys were stuck on dork, all right? So I get it. We'll be
Dork's
back
a good one.
on the Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good, and the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jacks PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jackspal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jacks PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3, don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Time to play some Jacksonville Feud. Brent Martin, Austin Lane here at Southern Grounds and Company, right in San Marco. It's been a good morning, a hot one, but a good one. And they've had plenty of folks stop by to donate blood, oneblood.org. Josh Hines-Allen was here earlier again. We spent a lot of time with Josh here on the show, so talking football, talking about Wesley, talking about his mission and his foundation, 4-1 for all. And folks out here have been very hospitable, so we appreciate them. Back in the studio, Casey Kurtz and Jason Hamby as well, as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving week. And let's hustle up, right, and do Jacksonville Feud. Or maybe let's not.
What do you think about this, Brent? Did you see this?
Sonny Gray to the Sox.
Your ball club.
All right.
That's it?
How did he do last year?
Not very good. He had like a 4-2.
Why should I be so excited about Sonny Gray?
I mean, I wanted the Braves to.
He's an able-bodied pitcher that's decent.
All right. Yeah. It's hard to get me overly excited.
Okay.
About Sonny Gray.
It's November.
And it's November.
All right.
But I'll take it.
I actually
let's go.
I have a Sonny Gray baseball on my eBay if you're looking.
Oh, Brett, there you go. Nice little stocking stuffer.
Yeah, stocking stuffer.
Come on, man.
Brett,
Casey, you be doing some Black Friday deals or not? Casey, do you offer those discounts?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
For sure. I started
Look up what you
yesterday,
got.
technically. I do it for like a whole week, and I sold some stuff yesterday. We'll put it that way. How about that?
Oh, good.
Cool.
All right, let's go. I think we got to get out of here in like 5 minutes, so we're going to move
Okay,
fast.
all right. Quickly, you did them, Hamby, you did them in the order I sent them to you?
Yes.
Okay. First up, you guys may remember way back to yesterday. I wasn't here. You guys did a show. I'm sure it was okay. And Hamby texted at 5:39 yesterday, said, "Can we get a squad ride for tonight's game?" I believe he was looking for help with the parlay. Nobody, and I mean nobody, replied to him.
Nobody responded to me.
Nobody. Hamby never heard from anybody. He got real upset. So when I was at the town center, I said, "Hey, my buddy sent this text in this group chat, and nobody replied. What would you do if you sent a text to a group chat and nobody even slightly replied?" The top 5 answers are on the board.
Okay, well, for me, if it's me, I would reword it because maybe people were confused of what he was talking about.
I see what you're saying. That hit. Okay, Hamby, he's going with resend the text, basically, is what he's saying there. And I forgot you guys aren't going to be able to hear the sounds.
No.
That is not correct.
Fire back an angry text.
Send back an angry text. No, that's not on there at all.
Ask if everyone's okay.
Check in on the well-being of your boys. No, that was not on there.
I like how he rephrased that. He's like AI. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
human AI.
Yeah, I thought it should help me out and like get the answer, but nope.
Yeah, Brent, I'll help you out
2.
here, Brent. You did the second answer on the board. You did to me yesterday, legitimately in a different text.
Make fun of Brent?
The question is, what would you do if nobody answers the text?
Yes.
I did this to you.
You sent me a
I
text
don't know.
and said,
Change the topic.
That's going to be your no button for today.
I'd have to look up on my phone.
No. Austin, what do you got?
So what would Hamby do in this situation? I think Hamby would just say screw it and keep on living his life. Just ignore it then.
Oh.
Okay.
You got
I mean, no wellness check, no ignoring it, no.
I see what you're saying. You're saying, don't worry about it. I got it.
I just kind of said that.
Yep, we're going to have to put that one on there for number. Pretend you figured it out.
I got the answer.
How?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
What does it say?
Pretend you figured it out. Brent texted me yesterday and said, hey, can you give me this? And I didn't reply, and he said, never mind, got it. All good. And I was like, okay, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like these aren't that hard to get. I'm going to be honest with you.
So we're asking, what does Hamby do in this situation when he texts us and he gets no response?
It doesn't have to be Hamby. It can be you. Put yourself in that spot. You send a text to the group chat that you're looking for a response on, and you get nothing.
Yeah,
What's your first
nothing?
instinct? What are you doing? You know what I'm doing, and if you think about what I would do, you might find some of the answers.
Okay, you're going to respond back with a harsh text like, what the bleep? Why doesn't anybody text me back?
Yeah, I like that. Let's give him number 1 for that one. That's good.
Tell your boys they ain't bleep.
Oh, wow.
That's a little different than, I guess, angry text. Like,
yeah.
I thought that would have fallen under.
3, 4, and 5. Here we go.
I love number 3.
Number 3 is along the same lines as number 1, but it's specific.
Passive-aggressive text.
No.
So, hey,
that was in unison.
Casey, is this quotes you could say?
Not really, but sort of. I don't think we're thinking the same thing, but if it's close, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Oh, damn, okay. Okay, how about, like, self-deprecation? Like, you make fun of yourself. They're like, hey, screw me then, I guess, right? Like, if you're not going to answer back.
It's a good thought, but no. I guess we'll just give them to you. So,
number 3.
Yeah,
number 3, you could start insulting their mothers. I thought that was an option.
Insulting their mothers.
Number 4, you could text the one reliable friend and say, hey, bro, help me out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, you've always been solid for me.
Help me out to the reliable. Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, you could just make new friends because your current friends suck. So,
make new friends.
I'm going to have to do it with the 2 different groups. One because they won't respond, and the other responds, but he's doing Dancing with the Stars.
That's true.
Well,
right.
Hamby,
you have no friends.
Hamby, I'm not going to lie. I had no idea what that text meant, and I wasn't going to go down the rabbit hole.
I didn't understand what he said with the 5 plus 1, the one thing, whatever.
Here we go.
Typoed it or what?
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
All right, real quick. Don't even put it up. Run the table. Top 5 Thanksgiving sides. Go. I'll just tell you yes or no.
Stuffing.
You have like 10 seconds. Yes, that's number 1.
Mashed potatoes.
That's number 2.
Green bean casserole.
That's number 4.
Wow.
Cranberries.
Nope.
Huh.
You said mashed potatoes. Would sweet potatoes be different?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Close enough. We'll give it to you. Number 5, sweet potato casserole.
Cass.
Mac and cheese. How'd you guys miss that?
Pies. Pumpkin pie.
Mac and cheese.
It's mac and cheese. We got to go.
Oh.
All
You
right.
guys don't like mac and cheese? It's
We're
disrespectful.
Nah, yeah.
It's good. It's kind of forgotten about,
for
though.
Thanksgiving. I've
Forgotten about?
No, I have, but it's...
And forgotten about. I'm done with this crap. Get the hell.
Club 904.
You can have it whenever you want.
Up next, don't forget to check out oneblood.org, how you can help as well. Thanks, everybody, here at Southern Grounds and Company. Have a good Tuesday, everybody. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years